Hello, and welcome back to the Dorks in Danger tabletop group. My friends and I play some D&D. Last time you all were together, at the apex of one of the highest mountains in the Sword Peaks, you came face to face with Cryovane, the dragon who had been causing the immediate region to enter into an extremely deep freeze. Upon revealing that you weren't here to talk, but to fight, you set about beating the heck out of him, and discovering that there was another creature, an apparition piloting this dragon by the name of Kraxenfrost. You managed, with some great healing from your druid, to deal with the dragon, and with a final well-placed arrow, he was slain. However, it appeared that some massive magical emanation burst forth from him, causing you all to fall unconscious and experience a series of strange and terrifying visions that were very apocalyptic in nature, showing you the Queen of Evil Dragons, Tiamat, of armies supported by dragons, cities being destroyed. You awoke unsure how much time had passed, but feeling a lingering surge of magical energy within yourselves. Setting about looting the spoils of the fight, Reyka worked through the dragon's horde, Thava got some blood, Rinn was very interested in a chair.
That's right.
Synas began to identify some items, but you were interrupted with Reyka asking you to come look at something over the edge of the cliff. You discovered that there was a cloud approaching, which quickly revealed itself to not be a cloud, but a flying castle, piloted by dragon cultists, which spurred you along to leave the building.
Still don't know why Druidcraft didn't tell me about that when I checked the weather, but it's fine.
What chance of flying castle?
Jeez.
There's a 50% chance of flying Death Castle.
Isolated castles in the vicinity.
You sneaked your way back down to the crypts and watched as the dragon's corpse was retrieved and stowed within the castle proper. But you didn't stick around very long, as you made use of some convenient escape toboggans and headed down the side of the mountain. With the tremendous rushes of adrenaline, your party managed to regroup at the bottom of the mountain, unharmed but frozen from a bit of a rapid descent.
I ate shit at the bottom
You
of the hill.
just really did. After a few more days of travel, you return to Fandalen once again, finding the welcoming sight of most of the town gathered to cheer your return. Not just as adventurers, but to these people as heroes. Where we come to now, as your party arrives in town, many of the children sort of running loops around your party in excitement, everyone clapping and cheering, and just being very welcoming on your return. After maybe, 5 minutes-ish of this, several people coming up to thank you and sing your praises, many of them begin to head back off to whatever it had been that they were doing. But the mood of the town seems much more jovial than you last recall. Sildar approaches your party, waiting for several people to clear away, and in hushed tones, I didn't want to, dampen the celebrations, but, I would speak with you in the Townmaster Hall if you'd follow me, if you don't mind.
It's about the giant flying castle.
The what?
Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Well, it sounds like you have even more interesting things than I have to talk to you about. He leads your party along to the large Townmaster's Hall, swinging the door open and inviting you all in, pointing out as you're all heading in that the giant ice crystal that had been blocking the road to the north now seems to have completely vanished. Heading inside, you immediately begin to smell the scent of burning wood. Or recently burnt wood. The din of people going here and there outside dies down, muted by the walls and windows. And Sildar turns to you all with a bit of a quirk to his brow and goes, "Flying castle. What did you find up there? Best we saw was the massive explosion."
Right, so when we finished off cryoving, we didn't have a lot of time to investigate the area because a giant floating cloud came by and turned into a castle, and it was filled with dragon cultists. And it took the body away, so we kind of had to get out of there on toboggans.
On toboggan? Would it anyone else, I think, that hasn't sort of witnessed your, colorful group up to this point? I would say you're all speaking crazy. Well, you're speaking crazy. That's quite a tall tale, but suppose there are stranger things.
Yeah, we didn't see that coming. Synas' weather app didn't tell us,
What is an app?
What's this app you're
Short for
speaking
apple.
of?
It's what kids are calling spells these days.
Ah, interesting. Very odd. The new generation is strange. Well, certainly not as exciting as flying castles and dragons, but we did have a bit of an incident. But a couple nights ago, if you'll follow me, he leads you over to the jail cells of the Townmaster's Hall. Whereupon you find the walls and interiors of both to be extremely blackened, as if there was quite an immense fire. Two corpses reside in one of the cells, the cell in which you had previously put the red brands that you had captured. In the other cell, only one body. Sorry, no body. I forgot that Rinn burned the other guy before.
Yeah.
My bad.
Uh-huh.
No body in the other cell.
Oh no, who could have done this?
Well, to add to the strangeness, apparently it was you, Rinn.
Wait, what? Seriously, I was joking.
No. A couple of observers noticed a fire breaking out in this building. When they came to investigate, they said a red-haired satyr had jumped out the window and sprinted off into the frozen night.
Like, while we were gone fighting the dragon?
That is correct.
That's impossible. She was with us the entire time.
And I am wont to believe you, but the captain of the guard force here is not convinced, shall I say, of my protestations to him wanting to haul you in irons. So I figured I would bring you aside before they fully, tried to accost you.
But where are they going to take me?
Well, back to Neverwinter, presumably.
Oh, that's not good.
Well,
Never.
certainly we must prove then that it wasn't you. You can have a look throughout the jail cells here. I've not been able to really find anything myself. Just incinerated corpses and a missing wizard.
I mean, you all can account for me being with you the entire time. Also, you saw me leave. Jadit, he's a neutral third party. Who's that woman we met? From the Monster Slayer Guild on the mountain? She would know.
Again, I believe you, but they want more tangible evidence than adventure stories. You know, some little bit of proof, so I would have a look over this area first, before you settle down and, you know,
Well,
get caught by a guard somewhere.
triumphant return was short-lived.
That's why I wanted to wait for just a few minutes before sort of bringing you all aside. Though the innkeeper does have quite the feast planned for the evening. You know, so just a short, slightly upsetting interlude in your triumphant return more than anything.
As if I don't get hauled away in irons.
Well, theoretically, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to prove it. All things considered, the guards didn't really look very closely over the cells here.
All right. Well, if that isn't an opportunity, roll for investigation, if I've ever heard one. Are we down there in the cells right now?
Oh, your entire party has been brought back there just to... You see what looks to be quite the layer of ash. The rooms are blackened with soot.
Can I just do something for fun?
Sure.
Can I just ping the room?
Yeah. Your divine sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a ritual cast of detect magic as well.
Okay.
Even though it's been a few days, may as well.
Might as well. Your divine sense doesn't return anything other than the notes that you would expect.
Okay.
The ping from the satyr and the dog, mainly.
Mm-hmm.
Synas is going to spend 10 minutes starting up Detect Magic. Would anyone else like to do something?
I just kind of want to look around. I guess I'll go for like an investigation check.
Sure. Make an investigation check for me.
I'm very bad at this.
No, you'll do great.
You'll do great.
I rolled a 3, which became a 2.
You'll do great, he said.
Rinn, you move into one of the cells, and as you're stepping through the ash, you, like, step on a bone, which snaps in half and kind of jump scares you a little bit, and you kick up a bunch of ash in one of the cells, and you're not really finding much in and amongst all this.
Probably her high emotional state that's making her fumble.
Oh, surely it's not my,
My
my skill level. It's not a skill issue.
Not a skill issue, it's an emotional issue.
Anybody else want to take a look?
Well, I've got the
I mean, are we
detect magic
allowed
one.
to?
Would a
Considering-
perception check be?
Perception, or depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for, like, footprints, survival.
I'll roll a perception check for the room.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
How about a 22?
That's way better than a 2.
Mm.
Glancing around at both of these rooms, you take in sort of the bigger picture, and something eventually stands out to you. There's what appears to be a very thin, lock of hair stuck to one of the bars of the cell that previously had housed the spider. And as you approach, you pull it off. It almost seems like it had adhered with the heat to the metal, but it does look a lot like Rinn's hair.
I hold it up and show it to Rinn. What's this, Rinn?
It's like a hair.
Same orange. It looks like the same texture.
I mean, I was down here before.
You make a fair point.
Can I go outside and look under the window?
Sure.
Kind of want to look and see if there's like little hoover prints or something.
Sure. Make a perception or survival check for me.
I'm also gonna climb up to like the window itself and see if anything's.
Okay.
Let's go with perception because at least I have a +0 in that.
Becoming
That's a 3.
So it's going well.
It's going very well. Somebody help me!
Rinn goes outside.
Detect magic.
You go looking through the snow, up along the windowsill. It definitely looks like a broken window. Definitely someone came out of this window. This is, in fact, the same window that you had used to enter and leave before. Though you were much more diligent than whoever this was. You do notice, like, a handprint left in the snow on the windowsill, and holding your hand up to it, it's basically identical to your hand.
This is freaky.
After about 10 minutes or so has passed, Synas, your vision lights up with the identification magic of Detect Magic. And, of course, you see all the items on your party members. You also see what appears to be an odd pair of footprints in the ash in the cell that the spider had been held in. Just your passive perception kind of gives you... There's definitely something weird about the footprints there.
There's no trail of them or anything that I can see.
It just appears to be 2 footprints. But they are hoof-shaped. Cloven hoof, much like Rinn's, but upon a little closer inspection, it almost looks like under, like behind where the hoof itself would be, there's like toe prints. As if this footprint is strangely both like humanoid and hooved at the same time.
Someone wearing false shoes, maybe, to try and make a footprint.
Kind of, but the way that the toes are placed compared to like where the, because you don't see like a heel or anything, but you also don't see like the imprint of the ball of the foot. It's like as if someone with cloven feet also had toes under the cloven hoof.
What is that supposed to mean?
Like there's 2 weird footprints merged into each other.
I don't know if Thava
Magic?
would put this together. Maybe she would, but my first thought would be, is this some kind of like spell where they change shape?
Like mid-change shape form?
Yeah, like if they were standing there, then change shape, and then left looking like Rinn, or something similar to Rinn. Though they left hair behind. I don't know much about how advanced that magic is and how like much physical evidence it would leave behind, but
Can I
don't
make
know.
like an Arcana check to see if maybe what Thava's guessing has any?
I mean, I don't even know if Thava would put this 2 and 2 together with this. It's more just player speculation to toss ideas
And
out.
I'll take credit for the idea. We'll
Oh,
just do
yeah.
this. No.
There you go.
Sure, make an Arcana check for me. With your, what is your Arcana? Plus 13.
Uh,
What
Oh
the-
God.
what the, wait, whoa.
What the hell? Did you take skill expert and get expertise?
maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I get it.
Wow.
Plus
Hey, I
13
get
at
it.
level 6. Oh my god.
I figured it was fitting for him.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
What'd you say? I was flabbergasted.
28.
Okay. 28. It does have the vibe of like something mid-shift through magic. But you know for a fact that the illusory magic that has to do with shape-shifting that is, I would say, more accessible on the lower level end of things is illusion. it doesn't leave behind hair or things like that. On a 28 is really high.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I would say, Synas, while you're standing here paying attention to this, looking at the hoof footprints, and the fact that actual physical hair was left behind, this seems maybe less like magic and more like something indicative of something that can shapeshift. Closer to, like,
Shapeshifter.
doppelganger territory. Just in the way that it's actually leaving physical evidence of the transformation behind rather than it being illusory.
I mean, Synas will definitely pass that along to the group, but I would add to the end of it, I don't necessarily think the guards are going to buy this story of, oh, there's a person who can change into look like me.
Probably.
Ray, do we know how to detect doppelgangers?
I don't think any of your party has ever dealt with doppelgangers before.
No?
Is that what came to Synas's mind? Is that it could be a doppelganger? Like,
Pretty
was that
much.
from his...
Yeah.
Alright.
So
you
no
see-
one has any knowledge about doppelgangers aside from the fact they might exist, that they're people that could change shape.
I mean, I have a way to reveal them, but it's going to involve dealing 2d10 radiant damage to each person in the town until we find one.
So, Dre, what do doppelgangers show up as? Or what are they? Just humanoids?
They are monsters, technically.
Okay, I was just wondering if
They're
I walk
not-
around town and ping if I'll...
Yeah, they're not
maybe.
humanoids. They are not. Your divine sense would not pick up on them.
Okay, damn.
Okay. Where did the footprints go to? Do they go off into the woods?
As far as you can tell, they appear to head off in the direction that your party had left, which was the southwest of the town.
Great. So it's as if I did this before leaving, and then went off to kill the dragon.
Well, you guys have been gone for like 6 days at this point. 5 days, something like that. And this event supposedly happened the night before last. So,
Oh,
Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be evidence enough?
I feel like it would be, personally. I mean, we're the heroes of the town. We literally just saved everybody.
Well, you know.
Surely Rinn can't be the only red-haired satyr in this world.
surely.
It just
Yeah,
happened
what
to
if the
be one that's
townspeople are,
here.
what if the townspeople are just being racist and they're just like, oh yeah, all satyrs look the same to me.
Wow.
So there's still like a whole covering of snow everywhere in the town, right?
Yeah, a lot of the extremely deep snow has outright evaporated. But there is still plenty of snow. It is still like, late fall, early winter kind of thing. Snow is not
Is there-
uncommon, but
Is there plant life that's like around?
yeah, there's
Like,
still
or is it all completely covered?
no. There's some grass peeking out here and there.
I have one idea, but I would need to wait until tomorrow to
Oh,
investigate it.
oh.
This is gonna sound a little left field, but I could speak with plants to see if perhaps one of them has seen a shapeshifter or anything suspicious in the past days.
Which
That-
plant do you want to talk to?
anything within 20, 30 feet of the window, if that's where we think this perpetrator entered at.
Is there any
That's a
like
great
trees or anything, or
There are trees
just
around. There's bushes. There's grass. There's.
I was gonna say because it's grass, it's gonna be buried under snow.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how much snow, or
There's.
Can't wait to see this huge cat guy just kneeling down and talking to a bush in the middle of town.
When that happens, can we all hear the plants talking back to you, or?
No, it's just him.
Probably not. So
They
we're
can
just standing.
communicate with me.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, nah, I think he's crazy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to use that as evidence to save
Hey,
Rinn?
Yeah.
in a world where magic is extremely common, I think that's considered in like statutory evidence.
So
this
they-
is like I
Lycus
talked.
told me she's innocent.
Yeah.
Okay, so these guards aren't going to take our word for it, but they're going to believe the grass.
Well, I'm gonna get like the town master or like the guards or somebody who's a third party to be like, look, I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants. We're not crazy. We're not pulling this out of our ass. I'm gonna talk to this bush now.
I'm sorry, if I was a guard, I'd still be like, "You're pulling my chain, dude. There's no way you're talking to a bush." I
We
don't-
have.
He can watch me cast the spell.
Yeah, but it could be anything. How
You
do I
still
know
make
that's
shit
not
up.
just? Yeah, how do I know that's not like you're just waving your hands and doing some cool magical effects? How do I know if that's not? Really
You'll
a
know
spell?
because it's a persuasion check, not deception.
That's how I know. Look at the mechanics and see that you said persuasion.
The guard will watch me roll the die in the middle of the road.
Could you imagine if everyone in this setting would just randomly roll die to do anything? Just like, let me roll a die real quick. Oh,
Hold on.
fuck, I screwed it up.
Let me roll this d20. I gotta figure out whether or not I have to beat the hell out of you. Hold, please.
Do we have? Is there anybody, a neutral druid third party in town, who can do it for us right now, preferably?
Right now. You
Do we
don't
know of any druids?
You don't know of another druid in town. You
Ranger.
do know of a bard.
Can they do that shit?
Meta knowledge, Speak with Plants is on bard, druid, and ranger spell lists.
Oh, who's the bard?
Who do you think?
It's the
Who the fuck do
dragon
you
guy. Oh,
Did you forget him already?
a little bit. But he's also. I mean, he kind of knows us a little bit.
They don't
It's
need to know
neutral
that.
enough. He lives here, doesn't he?
Nope, he's just
This
visiting.
is blonde
Oh,
ring,
okay.
yeah.
But he was here when it happened.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna go find him. He's probably in the tavern.
Okay.
Don't get arrested on the way there.
Do what on the way there?
Don't get arrested on the way there.
Well, I'm just
I'll
gonna
go
have
with her
to
to make
hide
sure.
behind you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Just, stand in front of me if you see any guards.
They just have Thava and Synas stand on either side of her.
There
Perfect.
you
I
go.
can hold your hands like a kid when they're holding their mom and dad's
Oh my god. Okay, no, Thava's like,
do
no.
not talk to me or my daughter ever again.
That's right.
What a weird family, people will say.
Hey, chosen family's important.
Yeah.
Family.
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 God dang it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well-
So Synas and Rinn take off to the inn in town, kind of heading through the front door of the Stonehill Inn. The bard is very obvious, very apparent. He is sitting in the corner playing his lute, talking with a few of the local villagers. When you come in, he gives you a bit of a wave. It's very jovial and smiley, as usual. Oh, good to see you guys are back. And mostly in one piece. Well, one piece.
I was
What's
gonna
up?
say mostly. What am I missing?
Your winning smile.
Hey. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Izzy.
Izzy? Is that short for something?
It is.
What's it short for?
Izathar.
Izathar! That's the name.
Synas
Hey, buddy. Can you speak with plants?
I mean, yeah, I know magic that can do that. Why?
Would you be willing to be a neutral third party in asking some grass some things for us? I'll pay you.
She wants to not be guilty for a crime that she didn't commit.
Ah, this is the thing that Sildar was talking about. Yeah, He turns to the other two villagers that are there, just kind of watching this exchange, and waves them off a little bit like, I'll catch up with you guys later. Yeah, sure, I could probably do that. No problem.
You can speak to grass?
Yeah.
Reyka, did you not know this? Wait, did Reyka come with us?
You can speak with grass too.
If you choose it as the 3rd level spell.
What do they say?
Well,
You
some of
find
them
out
just
soon.
sing, some of them are, just happy little guys.
Just happy little guy.
Yeah,
Happy little guys.
Reyka just stands there in astonishment and just lost in thought about on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go speak to grass for you guys if you need help. Like, I'm okay with that. It's not going to implicate me in any crime, so.
Let's hope not.
And he heaves himself up and sets his loot down, heads out to follow you guys.
All right, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd have to pay this guy, although that would implicate him.
That sounds like bribery.
It
I
does
don't think I want to get bribed to do something if you're trying to make it, prove you're
Yeah,
innocent.
are you gonna try and bribe a harper, dude? Like of all people?
Oh, that's right, he's a harper.
Yeah.
They're kind of helpful,
Yeah,
generally.
generally. All right, what grass do you want me to talk to? I mean,
Reyka watches with intent.
I mean, we think that the perpetrator probably entered through the window.
Perpetrator?
The perpetrator.
Okay.
yeah, I heard this happen the other night when I was in the inn. Thought it was just someone getting rowdy, but all right. You see, he pulls out just a little, like a smaller kind of stringed instrument that's like the size of 2 hands. Very kind of plucky, like the piccolo version of a lute, basically. Very tiny.
Okay.
And he just strums a few times, and little sparkle of magic. High grass. He just kind of looks down, and you see some of the grass that's peeking out of the snow just kind of clearly wiggles.
Reyka's eyes are just huge as she watches this.
He slowly squats himself down. You guys see someone jump out the window? And there's another wiggle from the grass. He nods a little bit. Okay. But
Specifically, and Synas puts a hand on Izzy's shoulder as he's squatted down. We're looking specifically for someone who may have shifted their form if they looked different when they came out.
and he nods, and the grass sways and wiggles a bit more, and kind of definitely moves as if it's oddly animated. And Reyka, you've never seen grass just like move on its own accord, so it's like both fascinating and concerning at the same time. After a few moments, the weird little animated wiggling dies down, and Izzy shrugs a little bit. They said something with toes and hooves stepped on them. But, like, the feet were wrong, is what they're saying.
That
So, like, I don't know what that means.
yeah, neither do I.
That honestly seems to be the 1,000 gold question here.
But it wasn't a satyr, is what they're saying. Because Rinn stepped on them before,
Sorry.
and wasn't those, so they're saying it's definitely not her. They know hoofs from feet. They get stepped on all the time.
So, what the heck was it then? Hooves and feet? That just sounds so strange.
I mean, we're not dealing with a changeling then. Unless they're just walking around like that.
I mean, if you're dealing with a really bad shapeshifter that didn't quite get it right, then I don't know. Maybe something like that. Changeling or, I don't know, doppelgangers? I didn't even think those were real. But
Interesting.
honestly, if you're worried about them arresting you, just flex the whole "we've killed 2 dragons" thing, and
I mean, I was definitely thinking of doing that.
I'm
Would you-
pretty sure they're gonna leave you alone at that point. I mean, I think it balances out.
I mean, if need be, would you also be willing to maybe double up on that statement?
Oh, sure. I mean,
Great.
I knew you guys left.
Yeah. As everyone should. Alright.
I mean,
No
if the town-
one is going to take me tonight.
If Izzy here is willing to say that we were out
Maybe
of town,
Thistle will.
if the town master says that we were out of town when it happened, I feel at least we have a case to keep you out of the cell, but I'm at a bit of a loss as to what we might do next beyond awkwardly being the heroes who have returned to town, now wanting to investigate everyone's feet.
That is a pretty weird request.
Yeah, I'm not much a fan of that one. We'll put it far down the list.
I mean, I'll do it. I don't care. Go start interviewing people.
It was a joke. Don't.
Oh.
Maybe we should not actually. We don't want to sully any reputation we just earned, you know?
I guess it's not.
Well, why don't you guys, you could just go over there. They're just in their tents in the northwest of town still.
What the
The guards, just walk up there and tell them you didn't do it. Tell them you got magical proof or something. They'll believe you, I'm pretty sure. And if not, Sildar and I will back them up.
Okay. I guess it's better to get it over with than waiting around.
Well, you don't want them busting in and arresting you during tonight's feast, right?
I really don't know.
There's a lot
I'm
of
so
alcohol.
hungry.
He's been bringing in a lot of alcohol, so...
Okay, anyone want to come with me?
No, Reyka's staying with that grass.
Reyka,
I'll
I
come
need
with.
you. God damn it.
I'll go with.
Okay, that's one. Synas. Bard. Isathar.
Yes.
You good to go?
I mean, if she wants to stay here and talk to the grass, the spell lasts for 10 minutes.
Wait, can she hear it too? I thought
No,
this was
but
around two.
I'll be like a mediator or whatever. You can talk to the grass.
Oh, wow.
I don't mind. It's a good use of magic. It's fun.
Wow, Reyka. Good to know you care more about grass than me.
Wow.
I'll keep that in mind next time,
She doesn't even hear you. She's too into the grass.
Oh, damn it.
She's lost in the weeds, you might say.
Okay, let's go see those guards.
Okay. Yeah, Rinn and whoever else would like to head on over, and you cruise over to the guard encampment in the northwest of town, where the elven guard captain is sort of already striding your direction when he locks eyes on your group and fixes you with a bit of a glare as he walks up. Well, well. The so-called heroes have returned. So what of this whole thing? I'm sure the town master has filled you in on what is going on since you were away.
That he did.
I would just like a bit of an explanation as to why the individual described as you has broken the prisoner of, import that you had locked up out and burned the rest of them to death.
I know what this looks like, but it wasn't me. And we have proof.
Okay.
Along with everybody who can account for my very good alibi, we had the bard Isathar talk to the grass, and the grass says that it wasn't me.
You watch him glance to one of the guards to his side before looking at you again.
To be fair, when she phrases it like that, it does sound a bit far-fetched. But yes, we did. We did investigate.
They said specifically, since I've walked down that grass before, you might remember another incident, that it did not feel like my footstep.
Right.
There are also footprints in the ash, in the cells that don't line up exactly with her own hooves.
Well, it was already something that I would say would be hard to pin on her, but she was the only orange-haired, hooved individual around here. I owe Rhos 10 gold now, because he also disagreed with me. But your townmaster has done a lot of vouching as well for you. I'm not going to imprison you. You've saved these people. But it is concerning that there is an individual that would know to copy your face and your form running about.
Well, we did fight the group who, not Glastaff, the spider and the others were aligned with, so it wouldn't make no sense that they know what I look like and chose to impersonate me.
Sure.
We have also been butting heads with a cult in the region. They probably would have reason to want to try to undermine us.
I suppose that is fair. Yes, I suppose you were the last sort of testimony I needed to make up my mind on it. You are free to go. I'll go talk to Rhos and make sure that he is aware that his shapeshifter idea was correct. I suppose it is something I should tell you. Thank you on behalf of the town, and excellent work on slaying a dragon. It is not some small feat.
It was necessary, so you're welcome.
You have the thanks of this entire town and surely many beyond. If you'll excuse me, I must speak with Silda. And he brushes past you rather quickly, leaving you and your group alone.
That was actually way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Though they'll be on high alert, so no antics for a bit.
Yeah.
As you head back to regroup with your party, it's only been, the end of the 10 minutes that, it took you to cruise over there and then walk back is ending. And Reyka, is there any specific questions you would have wanted to ask the grass?
Oh God.
Otherwise, you can have just had a lovely little chat with the grass, mediated by the bard.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head for story purposes.
Just a lovely little conversation.
Yes.
How the grass likes the wind and the weather and the sun.
Oh, I do want to know how they see, how they sense the world, how they can tell him what's going on.
Izathar, in asking that, remarks, they just sort of feel it. Kind of like if you were to able to see with your eyes closed. Just kind of reading the wind and the vibration of the ground and whatever flattens over them.
Makes sense.
How do you think vegetables feel when they're being harvested?
Hopefully they don't feel unless they're animated by Speak with Plants.
Is the grass mind being stepped on?
That's a very good question.
They say, not really. It's kind of just part of life. We're part of the ground and we get stepped on. And that's okay.
Okay.
Reyka takes this very seriously.
I do.
Is there anything...
Thank you, Izathar.
Of course, no problem. Yeah, I like talking to plants. They're kind of funny. Usually, like, trees know a lot more, but they also go on little weird long-winded rants, so... don't talk to them too much. Sometimes they have good stories. Is there anything specific you guys would like to do, or would you like to go to the evening for today?
Nothing I can think of.
So what's Bud doing?
Yeah, what is Bud
What
doing?
is Bud and his dog
Where
doing?
is Bud?
I don't think there's anything that he'd be doing, so I think you can proceed.
Just relaxing.
Just vibing.
I think Thava was gonna ask our friend, the town master, while we were gone, if there were any strange individuals that took shelter in the town.
You would say that nobody had come in or out of town until the big burst of light happened at the top of the mountain and some of the snow began to vanish, at which point several people have left town,
Okay.
but no new people have shown up.
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to know if there was anything interesting aside from the doppelganger burning people alive.
Arguably the most interesting thing that's happened since your party had left.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But if there's nothing else, you guys can retire to the inn.
That sounds good.
Toblin is busy with his wife putting together quite the large meal. You notice several more casks of ale set out around the area, or around the sort of dining space. And as evening comes along, the tavern is very crowded. Plenty of people there are cheering your names here and there, talking about the whole experience with the Red Brands, talking about how you all have killed 2 dragons now, and word has spread about the town about everything. At a point, Rinn, the young kid that you had given that dagger to, runs up to you out of nowhere kind of just appearing out of the crowd and is like patting at your leg to get your attention.
I kneel down very quickly and I say, "What's up?"
Did you guys cut off his head? Did you like stab it? Did you set it on fire? What did you do to the big thing?
Okay, so we cut off his head, right? And Thava, you see the tall one over there?
Oh, yeah.
She has that big sword.
Yeah.
She wound up that sword and hit its head clear across the mountainside.
Whoa! No way!
Yeah. Way.
I'm gonna go tell everyone else, and he just like sprints off back into the
Oh
crowd.
my god.
The entire room is filled with a bit of music played by Izithar. Just a light, lilting lute song. Notable, I suppose, more than the individuals that are here are the individuals that are not present. You don't see Sildar here. You also don't see Jadet mingling down here currently. But you do see everyone else you would expect. If there are any NPCs that you would like to interact with, anyone you'd like to seek out. There is food aplenty and alcohol aplenty, and Toblin has declared that tonight being a feast to celebrate the heroes of Fandalin, tonight is on the house.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh.
Reyka looks around to see if that tabaxi happens to be here.
Yep. It takes you a few loops, and you're fairly certain the chair that you do end up seeing him in, he wasn't in like the first 2 times you looked there, but he's sitting in that same spot at the end of the bar with
Yeah,
just
she's
a
gonna go
mug
sit
up
next
against
to
his
him.
face. And as you sit down, he glances over. And you can tell he's lightly lapping at a cup of milk.
That's adorable.
The Whiteford Tabaxi pulls his hood back a little bit. Ah, I see you all having a very good time.
Yeah, I am having a hard time being jovial despite our victory.
Why is
I
that?
think it might be, I still feel a sense of urgency. I think it might be time for me to head to Mirabar. Do you think it's safe enough for me alone?
I would say that, judging by the air of the place when I found your brother, I would not say it is safe per se. The air is very darkened with corrupt intentions there, I think. He made it sound, at least to me, as if someone was planning something. Not sure if per se a riot or some type of prison break, but
Oh, you mean the prisoners are planning something?
yes, he said he seemed it was concerning enough that he was worried for it.
Wouldn't that be good, though, to break out of prison?
Well, one would think, but I do not think the warden would take very kindly to that. They do keep them under well, not necessarily lock and chain, but they are in the mines, several hundred feet below the surface of the ground. Pretty convenient place to keep your prisoners working hard, away from the sun. He sips at the milk a few times. I think you would probably bring a friend or two. Your group is very strong, and if something, happens, well, safety in numbers.
True, I just don't know if any of them would be interested in a quest for just me.
Well, they are your friends, are they not? Perhaps you just mention it as something that matters so much to you. Friends help friends. And what better friends than those forged in the fires of battle?
Fair point.
Either way,
Any other advice for approaching the warden? if it should be direct or indirect.
Well, I would speak with him for sure. He seems a surly man. But for heroes that have slain dragons, I think he would hear you out.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. And despite his very sort of suave vibe that he gives off, him going from that, kind of resting his elbow on the table and going back to just like quietly lapping up milk is very... The dichotomy between sort of suave and adorable is very odd.
It's like Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Somebody make art of this.
Hooded cat licks milk up mid, giving you the
Whoever's
like...
making those little chibi arts.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yes.
It'd be very cute.
Anything else you guys would like to do while you are amidst your partying or drinking or whatever it is you would like to be doing?
I think Bud would actually approach the Tabaxi, like after he notices that Reyka has finished speaking with him, to ask him if he could deliver a letter for him.
I can always get letters anywhere you need. The payment just depends on the danger.
I don't think it would be very dangerous. It would be, what is it? It's where Bud's parents are.
Over in Tribor?
Tribor, yeah.
Certainly, I could get something there pretty easy.
Bud nods and, like, enthusiastically explains, like, what he, like, well, I don't know if he'd already have a, well, yeah, I guess he'd already have a letter written, which, like, details, the adventures that, he's been on since they last saw each other, and that, they defeat the dragon. They probably already know that from, like, the environment changing, but he thinks that he's still needed, like, with his team, because there's greater dangers afoot, and that he's gonna be away from home longer than expected, but that he aims to return, like, the moment he knows that everything will be safe.
Yeah, he, pens it down and folds it up, puts it in his pocket, and goes, I will only charge 5 silver for such a thing. I could have it there tomorrow.
All right, let me remove 5 silver.
He takes out his coin purse.
Yes.
1,
2.
Yeah, it counts.
Can I pay you in copper pieces?
Oh my lord. 50 copper pieces.
1,
Would
2.
prefer if you didn't, but sure.
But throws in, like, an extra piece of silver as well.
Dang, 20% tip.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow. How courteous. No problem. They will see it, and I will return to you with a response if they give me one.
Does Bud know his name? Has he heard it at any point?
He has not given his name.
Bud asks for it. Like, what is his name?
You may simply call me the courier. I prefer to not have my name too widely known.
Alright, nicknames are cool. Mr. Courier.
Something like that.
Thank you.
He,
No
like,
problem.
Lifts out his hand for a nice big handshake.
He gives you a handshake. A firm handshake. Oh god, what would it be? Make a perception check.
Perception check.
Wait a minute.
He steals
Wait
the
a
rest of your
minute.
money.
I think I know where you're going with this, Dre. I'm not gonna
What?
say anything.
No, what do you mean?
I think I know where you're going with
Give
this.
me your
That's
feet.
a 15.
15. You, while he's shaking your hand, and right after he lets go, you're not totally sure, but that his hand didn't, like, feel like you'd expect. Like, cat hand has, like, paw pads, that kind of thing. Kind of felt like he was extending his fingers backward, a slightly different direction. You're not totally sure. But before you can really look at his hands better, they vanish back under his cloak.
I think I already know this. I think I know what's going on here.
But like
Okay.
kind of like as he's shaking his hand, like he slows a little bit and like glances down, but it doesn't last very long, and parts ways.
He nods at you and goes back to quietly lapping at the milk in the glass.
Okay. Is he the shapeshifter?
No, do you want me to say what I think he is out of character?
Only if Bud tells the group about what he felt and saw, because
Guys, it's clear he's a courier.
He's the courier.
Or is nobody paying attention? Gosh.
I think I know what he is, but I'm just...
Oh, God damn it, Bud, talk about it!
Yeah, but because he just saw Reyka and she's probably nearby, he stands alongside her and tells her that he because of the conversation earlier about there possibly being a shapeshifter involved with we were talking about earlier, he noticed that in shaking the hand of the courier that it didn't feel like it should, and he's a little suspicious.
Like, in what way?
What did you say, Dre?
The easiest way that you would describe it is it kind of felt like his hand was backwards in a way.
Okay. Dre, do you know what a Rakshasa is?
Does Thava know what a Rakshasa is?
Do I know what a Rakshasa is?
Backwards.
Would
I
she?
always think of gecko hands that go backwards.
It's a
Would it feel
fiend.
like a stub in that way, or it didn't have fingers?
No, imagine if you could, with your actual hand, make it work in the opposite direction too.
Dre, it is a fucking Rakshasa. I know it is now.
Rakshasa.
I guess Bud would say the anatomy of the hand felt very unusual.
I think Thava would know.
God damn it, I should have pinged it. I should have did a ping in the tavern while everyone was there.
Still there, you could still do
We
it.
never cased out our home base ever.
Well, I think it's probably
let's see,
safe to say that during this party, this news is going to get whispered along to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell somebody.
I don't want to metagame it, but I
Sure, yeah.
I'm
I
fairly
think
certain this guy's
I
gonna
think
be a
Thava
Rakshasa.
would be immediately sus if she was told that.
Well, next time she sees him, she might ping him then, just in case.
What's the range of your divine sense?
Let me double check. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
Would it not be under your divine features section?
I'm looking right now. Class features.
Me going to your character sheet too.
I don't see it.
Did they change
Anymore.
where it is?
Please don't tell me it's gone.
I know
still
it's
have
not
it,
supposed to be
right?
gone. It's part of the base paladin. I think there's something
I want to say
goofy.
it was 30 feet.
It's not on here anymore.
I know it's not on here.
Sobbing. One second, I'll double check.
Crying loudly.
Well, if it's the old one, the old one, let me double check.
Paladin
60 feet if it's
class
the old
features. Divine Sense, 60 feet, yes. For
Okay.
the next 10 minutes or until you're incapacitated, you know the location of those creature types for within 60 feet. And you know its creature type.
Yeah, so Celestial.
That would,
Fiend,
that
and-
like, if you stand nearish the middle of the inn, that would cover the whole inn. So, it isn't the biggest building.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
I mean, is he still here?
Yeah, he's just sitting at the end of the bar having
fuck
his,
yeah, are you kidding me? If I'm being
God.
told they has backwards hands, I'm fucking doing it.
yeah, you sense your friends, and you get a very clear fiendish sense from this individual at the end of the bar. And as you are glancing around, he is looking straight at you as you sense this.
Come on, dude. You can't look at me. Thava is just like slowly bringing a drink to her lips and just taking a long sip while staring right back.
He's lapping at his drink while staring at you before he glances away.
Yeah. Then she looks at the rest of the party and she's like, he's definitely a fiend. And and you said Thava probably knows where Rakshasa is?
I'd say she would probably know. They're kind of infamous.
Oh, wait, a fiend? Is he bad?
Well, based off of what we were told about him with his hands, he's probably a Rakshasa.
Okay. What does that mean? Has he been, like, fucking with our loved ones who he sent letters to?
Right, but that, I mean, can I get a vibe? Do I do a vibe check, or?
Yeah, do you want to roll like an insight check, or?
Well, I know that Rakshasa are lawful evil. So I feel like if you were to make a deal with them or do something, in the case of like you're paying them to do something, there's probably a good chance they'll actually do what you tell them to do.
Yeah, I'd say that that's a vibe you would get. Like, they're not Rakshasa, as far as Thava knows, are not there to just like cause destruction or be outright evil, unless, you know, yeah, like you said, they're lawful evil. They're gonna do what they say they're gonna do.
Well, he's like he's like a devil. You tell him to do something, you have some kind of contract with him, he's going to follow it. He's not going to try and deceive you with that. I just wouldn't tell him anything very important. Don't tell him any kind of important secrets. Certainly explains why he's able to go to and fro so quickly.
What? He can, like, travel between planes or something?
I mean, I'm gonna assume that, right? Dre's a fucking.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, he's a sorcerer. They're essentially sorcerers too. Like,
yeah, they're powerful spellcasters, as far as you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Well, the more you know. I'm gonna go find Thistle and party with her.
Okay.
Have fun. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really interested in. I know Thava's not really interested in causing a fuss with that.
Yeah.
Just kind of talking amongst the party, I guess.
You find Thistle just kind of vibing where Izathar is playing music. And as you come up, she just like immediately hugs you.
See, the thing about this, though, is we might leave. So I feel really bad.
Uh-huh. No.
But we did kind of talk about this a bit. I was like, I'm an adventurer. This is where I'll be going. Probably not staying here forever, but now I'm kind of sad because I like you.
Do you tell her all these things?
Yes.
She basically responds with, I kind of figured, and that's okay, because I don't plan to stay here either. And life is full of adventures.
Wait, where do you want to go? I didn't know you had any aspirations outside of lifting heavy things and whatnot.
I mean,
Sorry, that was meant as a compliment.
yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I'm pretty strong. I would prefer to not work in some podunk little, frontier town. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Waterdeep or back to Neverwinter and do some dock work. Maybe get on a ship or something.
Wait. Back to Neverwinter? Are you from there?
I've been there.
Oh. Okay.
I've been around.
Well, shit.
Might do
If we cross
Waterdeep.
paths... Waterdeep?
Yeah.
If we happen to cross paths again, don't be afraid to hit me up.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Might. There's a lot of people out there. Big world. And as long as you hang out with her, she's more than happy to just vibe.
Cool. Rad. I'm gonna drink a shitload and eat a bunch of bread and probably pass out and have a long rest as late as I can, pretty much.
Wonderful. What is Synas and Thava doing through all this?
Thava's keeping a low profile, kind of just chilling a little bit. Also, I guess now that she knows that dude's probably a Rakshasa, it's kind of like occasionally looking his direction, just observing him a little bit occasionally.
Mm-hmm. He spends the entire evening drinking from the same glass, and Toblin refills it whenever it's empty. And you see him talk to several individuals. Other than your party members, you see him talk to, just random different members of the community here. And they all seem very jovial, and he is always giving them that very... Even from this distance, you can tell he's being as suave as he physically can with them. Being very friendly, being very, very charismatic.
That sounds about right.
But he doesn't do much but socialize.
Are there any other important things I should keep in mind about Rakshasa? Are there any abilities that I might want to be concerned about if this is what I think he is?
Sure. I think the primary things are just that they're pretty darn powerful spellcasters, and probably being on their bad side is not good.
Yeah.
So openly attacking one, probably not a good idea.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry.
They do kind of have their own individual schemes and plans, so it's hard to say. There's not really a generalized, all Rakshasa do this thing.
Right. Okay, so just basically powerful spellcaster, watch out.
Yep.
But it's just weird that he looked at me after doing the ping, though,
Mm-hmm. I don't think that Thava would know, everything about the Rakshasa, other than they're powerful spellcasters. He probably noticed you doing a thing, even though you, up to this point, have not noticed that people notice you doing the thing.
Gotcha. Okay, that seems fair. Alright.
Suspicion sated.
Yeah, for now.
Is there anything you would like to do, Synas?
Synas would probably just hang out near Izzy, doing a couple card readings for people who take an interest in why the heck he's playing with cards throughout the night.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any kids that are in the tavern running around being obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
Probably amusing them with druid craft and stuff.
There's 5 of them, and they all end up by you by the end of it.
Yeah, big cat. Look at that.
Big cat, look at that.
Yeah, he's mostly keeping to himself. Just kind of hanging out in the corner, thinking, doing readings, entertaining a little bit.
Wonderful.
Synas,
Mm-hmm.
would you do a reading for me?
What are you looking to try to learn?
I don't know, just tell me my future or something.
as I very quickly pull up on the side.
A very tipsy Rinn walks up like, tell me my future.
Oh no, my normal one is down right now.
No.
Oh
You're
no.
what?
Not the tarot card list.
Yeah, no, my normal one's down right now. It's fine. We'll wing it. Give me just like a moment to skim this real quick, because
Okay.
this one's much wordier. Oh no.
While he's figuring it out, Rinn's just like doing control flame on like some fire and entertaining the kids.
And just like making candle flames turn into different shapes.
Yeah.
These, between the two of you,
Oh wow.
these kids in a town of like not a lot of magic, there's like one other person that's done magic here before you guys showed up. They're like transfixed. Like these are farm kids. Like
We're like Gandalf to these kids.
exactly. They are enamored.
Okay, so Synas shuffles his deck a few times and draws a few cards, flips them over. The first two look like one looks like royalty, and another looks like a very regal-looking knight with some kind of silk cape, flower petals kind of floating around them. And he explains that these cards generally signify that you've overcome challenges and that you may have guarded secrets, but in time they may come to light to help you. And as he flips over the next couple cards, it's pictures of destruction, a tower crumbling, a man hanging from a tree,
Oh my god.
a wheel of fortune that's upside down. Synas kind of takes a couple seconds to think on how he wants to phrase this, to say that these generally indicate that you are about to run into a string of bad luck. You're in limbo, you're faced with indecision, relationships have come to an end. The tower here specifically meaning that you're possibly afraid your world is falling apart. Not to put too fine a point on it, I guess, given everything we've just been through. But it sounds like things for you may be shaky for some time, but in the long run, given you've already succeeded, it should be good for you, whatever trials you're about to go through. Not that they will be easy, of course.
Rinn's just like staring at the cards filled with destruction and and all the terrible things.
Yeah, no shot. I actually, first one was, oh, you've succeeded at a big challenge. Second one is, you've got a secret that's going to be revealed in time.
Your
And then
world's
the-
gonna fall apart.
The rest of them are honestly all awful. Limbo, indecision, run of bad luck, relationships are ending. Yeah, good God.
Oh my god, poor Rinn.
Rinn takes a swig of her ale and then just kind of stares into the distance for a while.
I promise the cards are not normally this, depressing.
You fucking
This is-
broke her.
This is
Yeah.
meant to be a more celebratory night.
I was looking for something fun to do, and that was a little
Well-
too real.
Remember, Synas kind of drops a few of his cards as he's reshuffling it because he's trying to salvage the situation slightly. Like I said, it's not necessarily that things will be bad forever. It generally, you are about to go through a trial, but like I said, it might be good for you in the long run, whatever that trial may be. Not to remind of the vision, but
Oh, that's right. There's fiery death and devils and.
I guess what I'm trying to say is whatever is about to happen in your life, have fun with it because it's good for you. My cards are not normally. Normally it's more neutral or positive.
So have fun with it because it all's probably going to come to an end. That's what you're trying to say.
Synas kind of glances over at one of the kids who looks like they're very patiently waiting to get another druid craft.
Yep. They're like holding one of the flowers you made, but like looking at you.
Maybe this is something to delve into a little bit later in less childlike circumstances. And he kind of nods side over to the kids.
She stands up, takes another swig of her ale, and just kind of like pats him on the shoulder. I'm just like, all right, bud. She walks away. She finds some random group of villagers who are laughing and just kind of like squeezes into that conversation somehow.
Yep. Wonderful.
If they're gambling, perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh gosh, he's gonna be broke again.
You absolutely end up at a table that's playing dice.
Perfect.
So, by some chance. Bunch of dwarves playing dice, basically. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do? Else we can move forward.
Not that I can think of.
Sounds like we're just gonna party hardy until, sunrise comes along.
It's about, the kids vanish at like 11, midnight kind of period of time, and many of the patrons return home at that point. Though most of them take time to come speak with you guys, sometimes individually or as a group, to thank you for what you've done before heading out.
Aw. It's so sweet.
Many people do party late into the evening, mostly the dwarves. At about probably like 2 a.m., Toblin is like, all right, guys, I gotta do last call. I'm tired. I can't keep up, and I can't have people partying when my family and I are trying to sleep. So I gotta cut you guys off. The dwarves, yell about it a few times and
Start arguing.
Yeah, start bickering back and forth, and Toblin's just like, no, I get it. Super cool party, big thing, heroes, dragons, all that, but like, you have day jobs tomorrow that everyone has to go back to. We're not taking time off from the okay, you know what, whatever. I'll give you another half hour. And he goes back behind the bar.
They won! Oh, shit.
But eventually,
intimidation roll.
But eventually, the partying seems to die down. Thava, if you'd been watching the cat individual throughout the evening, at a certain point, you don't know really when it happened, but he just kind of up and vanished. You didn't see him leave. He's not in that chair anymore.
Plane shift.
And he just
That motherfucker.
is gone.
Don't tell that motherfucker anything you don't want him to know, dude. Don't.
Why are you suspicious of my cat guy?
Listen.
What?
Yeah, he's a fiend, okay? Listen, okay, not every fiend...
Not all fiends are evil, come on.
However, he's
That's
still
profiling.
A Rakshasa. Yeah, it's like, lawful evil, you can make deals with them, it's okay. They usually won't go and stab you in the back.
Usually.
However...
Looks like Bud's not the only one who's racist.
Next they're gonna say all cat people look the same.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, how come Synas didn't pick up on this? Come on, man.
Synas was doing
That's a
other
good
things.
question. No,
Yeah. Why didn't you pick up on this?
I was hanging out with a cool bard. I was
Yeah.
entertaining kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
like,
don't think-
have you
I don't
not
think he
seen
would've-
another cat person in town? Like, they've been here a couple of times, and you should have been like,
Yeah.
"Hey, that guy looks a little weird. He doesn't look."
Just because he's a cat and I'm a cat doesn't mean that we're best friends. I'm not gonna. No.
You didn't pick up
Thava,
on
you're
the
really
fact
digging your
Thava.
hole here further and
you
further.
didn't pick up on the fact that his hands are backwards.
I mean, to be fair, no one has shook his hand this whole time.
Stray was waiting for this. He's
Hey,
like, "Oh, here we go." Bud is the
Contextual
friendly
information
guy,
requires context.
Look, unless Courier Man comes up to Synas, Synas is gonna stick with his group and help his group.
Ah, the introverts.
Yeah.
That's what I was hired to do.
Yeah, at a certain point, he just kind of poofs into non-existence.
That sounds all right.
Synas, after everyone's gone, Izithar pats you on the back and thanks you for kind of hanging out for the whole evening before heading back upstairs to the room that he's got. Before he leaves, he does stop midway through standing and goes, you know, with all this excitement, I think, and, you know, Jadit's leaving. I'm assuming you guys might be moving on, given you've kind of solved the big problem here. I'm probably gonna head off as well.
Oh.
I've got other obligations that I should probably start working on. Might head to Waterdeep, might see what the Harpers need of me. You know, tell some stories, find some new taverns, talk about this group of heroes that killed the dragon atop a mountain. I'll workshop it, I'll make it real cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the head flew further than just one mountain.
We'll call it 2 mountain peaks then. But, you know, if you guys leave before I do, or if, you know, anything happens, we'll see each other again, pretty sure. Just don't get yourselves killed. It's not often
don't
I
worry.
end up liking adventurers.
Don't worry, I won't let them get into too much trouble.
Yeah, I know you won't. And he turns and heads out at that point. Your party finds their way to their individual rooms. The girls' room, Thava's room, the boys' room. And you guys can settle down for an evening of rest. Rinn probably showing up much later than Reyka does. Maybe passed out somewhere else at some point, but then falling asleep in the room eventually. Probably helped there by Thistle.
Most likely.
Thava,
What do you want, Dre?
could I get you to give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
Here we go. What does a 15 do me?
On a 15, nothing happens, you're fine.
Okay. Good to know.
You, in the back of your mind, after you've gotten into your room, after you're away from the crowd and away from talking, away from everyone, you see very briefly in the shadows of the room those familiarly sickly green glowing eyes once in a while. And you feel like you hear the faintest of voices in the back of your head. But you're not sure what they're saying.
The green eyes?
Yeah, the glowing green eyes that you had seen of that image of yourself in that hallucination. The eyes that
wonderful.
match Exoros's.
Oh, lovely.
they always seem to kind of vanish the moment you look straight at them. But nothing else happens. As you all find rest at one time or another, you do dream. You all have the same dream. A dream of flashes of that vision that you were all given. Of Tiamat, of dragons swarming through the skies, cities burning. It's very unpleasant. But at the end of it all, there seems to be an odd flash of what appears to be like a river town, with a keep standing amidst the tallest hill in the middle of it, before the dream fades and doesn't return. But you may all get the benefit of a long rest.
Hey.
And you officially are level 6.
Yay!
Woo!
Can't believe we're level 7.
No, stop this immediately.
Oh my god. I knew it.
Honestly, I'm not ready for 7. We only just got to 5, and then we got to 6 like immediately after
Look,
that.
milestone. It happens.
Yeah, we could go quite a few sessions without a level up, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know? Especially if we get sidetracked.
Which we do.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. But you come to, there is the lightest of birdsong outside the windows this morning, and the sun, unlike the past week and a half or so, the past 10 days or so, the sun is shining this morning. There is not an overcast sky. It is blue and mixed in with gorgeous white clouds. And for the first time in a little over half a week, you guys get a very good night's rest. Not out in the freezing cold, not under attack by any creatures. But the day is yours. What would you guys like to do this morning here?
Wow.
I'm gonna BRB.
Okay.
Whoa.
Should we just like do a little break?
That might be a really good point for a break, actually. Maybe
Yeah.
an hour and a half? Yeah.
Actual long rest.
Yeah, yeah. Literal long rest. Okay, yeah, perfect. We'll take a short little break here.
All right,
That
all
works for me. Then we are back. And it is the morning after the party. Toblin is probably still cleaning up the downstairs area. But birdsong sounds outside the windows. It's not frigid, freezing cold as it has been. It feels more actually like what late fall is supposed to feel like. What would you guys like to do today? Are there any characters you would like to speak to, or what are your plans?
The characters I would like to speak to are Reyka and Bud and Synas and Thava.
Oh, well then. Amazingly, I don't control them, so...
Oh no.
Your party eventually meandering downstairs, some much earlier than others, probably. You find a rather empty inn area. There's like one person having breakfast, and you don't know them.
Well, we can't know him now. Let's introduce ourselves.
The 5 of you walk over like, hey.
All right, Dre, come up with a new character right now. Right this second.
Where were you born? What's your favorite color?
That's insane questions. Just force Dre to come up with a whole...
I don't know you people. Please stop talking to me. I just wanted eggs and bacon.
Oh, that poor man.
Leave the poor man sitting in the corner alone, eating and being my ambient person in an inn alone.
In the
Ambient
credits,
person.
ambient man.
Yeah.
Do anything fun.
Oh my gosh, you just had a party last night. But yes, your party convenes over breakfast. What would you like to talk about, Rinn?
Did you fuckers have weird dreams last night? Because I did.
You just munched something at the end of that?
I am eating breakfast.
Okay.
That
I was
is
like,
I
what?
feel like
Kinda
that's very in
perfect.
character.
That's perfect.
Did you have a weird dream?
I did not.
Everyone had the same
I
dream.
didn't like it.
I feel like with this group, you need to more specifically define what weird might mean.
If we all had the same dream, that's pretty fucking weird.
Did we?
Yeah,
Did we?
what dream did we have? You need to tell me, unless I can't tell you if I had the same dream if you don't tell me what dream you had.
Okay. I had a dream about the dream that we had after we killed the dragon. And it was really disturbing. And uncomfortable.
Yeah, okay, I had the same dream. Yeah.
Yeah, the chicks out.
So, does anybody else feel like we have shit to do together because we're having the same dreams? And, like, I feel like we shouldn't just go our separate ways at this point.
I'm not planning on it.
Well, I don't know what the dream is all about, but I have personal matters I need to attend to. Pretty urgent.
Oh, what is it?
I need to go up to Mirabar and see about getting my brother back.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, how far? DM,
Who's
how far?
ready?
Boy, that was the easiest I've ever had a conversation. Yep, let's do it.
Dre, how far away is Mirabar?
Let me get my big map here. Keep talking while I do
Take
measurements.
us to the big map.
Oh, do you want to come to the big map?
Yes, I want to come to the
Alright,
coastline.
okay. Need a big map
okay.
song? Here's the map.
Here's the
it's
ma-
always a map.
It's the same big map
Here's
you've
the
been
map
on.
that never fails.
On track.
How's it go?
I think you were going into the mail song for a moment there.
That's the
from
mail
Blue's
Yeah.
Clues.
because that's what it sounded like.
It's the mail it never fit. Yeah, anyway.
That's the
not as
inspiration
far away
I was
as
taking.
thought. That's not as far away as I
Wag my
thought.
tail.
It's you
When it comes,
guys.
I want a whale mail.
You guys are here. Each of these hexes is 60 miles.
And where's Mirabar?
All
north?
the way up here in the north, at the base of the, just south of the spine of the world.
Where are we again?
You
How
are.
many days travel?
You guys are
Oh, okay.
here. Depends. Would you, if you're going by foot, you can do about 24 miles a day. So, depending on the route you go as well. Though from here to there is about equidistant either direction. So about 360 miles, and with a little bit of basic mathematics, it's about a 14-day journey by foot.
So 2 weeks by foot, or we can get horses.
Wrong, weeks are 10 days here.
Oh.
What? So you mean a month?
No,
Well,
14 days.
14 days, but you
one
said
and a
2
half.
weeks. But in
So 1 week,
Faerun,
4
1 week
days.
is 10 days.
Okay, so 1 week.
1.5 weeks, basically, in the time scheme.
Okay, for a second I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, I had to double up. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, Mirabar. That's past Neverwinter.
It's past Neverwinter, it's past Luskan.
But yes, this is a matter that's doesn't really affect any of you, so I would never ask you guys to join me. It could be dangerous.
Reyka, we just killed a dragon.
I think
Together.
danger is all our middle names. At
Right,
this
but the
point.
dragon was affecting everybody around us, you know? It was a danger to us all.
Whether it's affecting everyone or just one person, it's always worth solving problems.
I may be heading north anyways, myself, so this is convenient.
So we're all in on it then. Thava,
My primary interest is the cult. I can't exactly just go back to the way things were, not knowing what we know now, and not with this thing that I'm carrying with me.
That's right. Kind of forgot. What do you even do with something like that? Because they're just going to keep coming after you, right?
Yes, I do have a mark on me, that's for sure. But I've heard you can maybe take it somewhere. Izzy said something about vaults that we could store them in, some ancient harbor vaults, but I don't even know if that's going to be safe either. But it might be a potential solution. But in the meantime, I just want to find the cult and I want to eradicate as many of them as I can.
Well, here's the way I see it. You would agree that with all of us having one shared vision, that means that we're all tied up with that cult, correct?
Probably.
Well, the vision is asking me to go north. So, if heading north is in the vision, and the vision is related to the cult, you might find more clues up north.
Wait a minute, what exactly did you see in your vision?
The same as everyone else.
But you said it's telling you to go north.
Did you recognize
Well-
that town by the river?
I don't think I've been that far north. Where's Mirabar again?
Mirabar is here.
Yeah, there he is.
He is.
Synas would think for a second and then respond with, not directly. I've never been too much further north than Neverwinter, but more specifically in the vision, I was being called north to go home, which may be a reference to a North Star. I can't imagine that I'm being asked to head to the Star Mounts, but north is my best bet.
Well, if we go north and we go to Neverwinter on the way, I kind of want to avoid going to Neverwinter if we can help it. Is there people there who want me to see them?
Neverwinter could be dangerous. If more than myself are marked. Big city means more, people that might be interested in finding us, if that makes sense. Also,
But at the same time, it's been way too long since we've gotten to, explore good shopping. I mean, I have money now. I've never had money before. Ever.
but didn't you say that your family went to Tribor to evacuate?
They did, yeah.
We could go east instead of west. We could stop by Tribor.
Mm.
We're not far.
That might
Well,
be the
they'll
better
certainly
route,
be
then.
surprised to see me.
For those who don't remember, Bud sent out a letter earlier saying that he would not be stopping by Tribor.
Hey, I know I just told you you probably wouldn't see me for a while, but hi and also bye again.
Oh my god. You just spent money that might have been wasted. Okay.
So it sounds like we're all in agreement then. When should we
Going
leave?
north.
Today? I mean, I ain't got nothing going on. Unless we want to find out who's the
Don't
shapeshifter.
talk with your mouth full.
Look, I'm multitasking, okay?
Okay.
Whoever has the spider, because I'm assuming they didn't kill him, at least not on the spot, is going to ask a lot of questions about us.
Wait, who?
Whoever captured the spider is going to ask them a lot
Oh.
of questions about us.
Right.
You said they were heading towards the mountain, right?
She had seen that the footprints left the same direction your party had left the town before.
Right,
yes.
yeah. But that's probably just their cover story. Reyka! It's been a day, though. You're good at tracking. Do you think you could still pick up a trail from there?
What kind of trail?
I should have thought of that yesterday. God damn it.
Tell you what, you help us.
Footsteps! Sorry, go ahead, Thava. I interrupted.
You help us find this impersonator or whatever. Help us find out what happened with what they did with the Black Spider, and we'll go to Mirabar and rescue your brother. I think that seems fair.
I can agree to that. I would be very, very grateful for your help.
We're gonna need time anyways to gather supplies, so probably doesn't hurt to just do this in the meantime.
Although, whoever they were, they probably already got the fuck out of here. But maybe we'll find some clues if we, follow the trail a little bit.
Yeah, perhaps we'll even find a body. It's possible they might have extracted whatever information they needed from the spider and killed them. Suppose we'll see.
I suppose we will.
As Rinn chokes
Well,
on her breakfast a little bit.
Mouth's full.
Don't go dying on me now.
Just went down the wrong hole. Ugh.
Dragon Slayer killed by bacon.
That'll be in the Neverwinter Gazetteer for sure.
Suspected murderer and dragon slayer killed by bacon.
Town's relieved as pyromaniac killed by her own misfortune.
Oh, man. Okay, well. Should we go check out those footprints then?
All right. Are we going to go look at those toe hoof prints? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we're gonna see if you specifically can track down the trail.
Alrighty.
Maybe Synas too. I don't know.
Just activate my focus.
Focus vision. R3. Okay. Is that what you guys would like to do then for this morning?
Yes.
Wonderful. You guys finish up your breakfasts and gather your things, heading back to the Townmaster's Hall, to that window. Make a survival check for me, whoever is checking for tracks and prints.
I can help.
15.
If Synas is going to help, you can roll with advantage, in case it ends up being higher.
Oh,
Okay.
I was already rolling. It was bouncing around.
Or
But I did a 10.
Okay, well, 15 then it is. On a 15, it is very faint, but it is also lucky that it seems not much more snow has fallen since you guys dealt with the dragon. Because you do notice these hoof prints, though a little disturbed from other individuals running through here, you can pick out these weird toe and hoof prints in the snow, and especially now that you know what you're looking for, it's obvious to you. You follow them steadily southwest out of town, and it becomes a little more difficult. The trail that you guys took sort of hooked southwest and then slowly went east again. Go back to this map. So you guys had taken the Miners Trail out of the southwest of the town, and that had eventually paired off to head more easterly towards the Sword Mountains themselves.
Okay.
These tracks, at a point where you guys had gone eastward, Reyka, after a bit of work, finds them kind of climbing off into the hills more westerly again. You guys follow this trail off into the lightly snow-covered hillsides, losing the trail here and there and picking it up again. And eventually you come across what looks to have been perhaps a previous campsite. As I take a big sip of water, you see a burnt out little fire pit where a fire was made. And as you approach, you notice more footprints. You see, at least joining this odd hoofed pattern, a set of boot prints walking in step with them. And following along a little bit off to your right, 10, 15 feet away, you see two other sets of footprints that seem to have approached this campsite. There is minimal left. It looks like there's a few boxes in the snow and a bedroll that was left behind, and this burnt out fire, at least that is immediately obvious.
Okay.
Did you say that whether or not we saw tracks leading away from this campsite? I may have missed that part.
You don't see any that go anywhere away from this campsite.
Okay. Seems the trail has gone cold here.
But there are a few objects around this campsite area that you could look over a bit more closely.
Like?
The boxes, the bedroll,
Would that be an investigation check? Or
It would be investigation, yeah.
Does anybody that came with us have good investigation?
I got a +2.
Better than
Better
mine.
than my -1.
I think that might be the best in the group. I think investigation might be something we're lacking.
Wait, what do you have?
I have a
+2.
+1.
I have +3.
Whoa!
Let me do
You go
it.
ahead, Sherlock.
I'm so smart.
So
You
smart.
got this. Here comes the one.
Does anyone want to help me so I can get advantage?
I'll help you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Wow, even with advantage, that wasn't great. 14.
14's still fine enough. You and Synas and Thava go digging through the boxes, seeing if there's any markings on them, noting the fact that there are no footprints that lead away from here. Synas, you actually remark that is a bit of a telltale sign of the spell passed without a trace. You know that leaves no
Which is
footprints
ironic.
behind. You also find on one of the boxes there's a bit of a broken piece of wood and a nail that was holding it together is kind of sticking out. There is a ripped piece of cloth that seems to have been stuck to it. And as you remove it, you flip it around. And I need to make sure I'm describing it this correct. You see kind of what looks like the bottom half of a symbol of a dragon diving downward in flame. A symbol that several of you have noted as the Zentarum logo.
Oh boy.
Wonderful.
Those fuckers. So, someone from the Zentarum wanted to frame us?
To what end?
Wait, wasn't the Black Spider working with the Zentarum? Right? Nope.
Dre, was that how they acquired the mask?
He had told you that he had taken the mask from the Zentarum in the first place.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Mm,
The dots are connecting.
Not knowing that we have the mask. Or
well, the spider knows who has the mask now.
true.
So if they find out, if they extract that information from him, not only are we going to have the cult after us, we're going to have the Zentarum after us.
I take it there's no chance you want to ditch the mask somewhere.
And just hand it over to the cult, essentially? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right. Bad idea.
Thava's gonna do a ping right now, just for the hell of it, and see if it picks up on anything. 60 feet.
If we're hanging out for a bit, I could also do a ritual cast detect magic just to see.
Might as well.
Again, can't imagine, but
Yeah. Your ping only returns the ones you would expect of the Fae of your party.
Okay.
Spending 10 minutes to ritual cast, detect magic. Very similarly, you don't see anything that jumps out at you. All very much just a mundane campsite, the only thing being that torn symbol that you guys have found.
do any of the footprints around here have that weird half and half look to them?
The one of the sets of footprints that had shown up alongside the normal set of boots that appeared at a certain point along the trail, seemingly out of nowhere next to those cloven hoof / toe prints. You do notice those prints do come all the way to this campsite and then stop.
Well, that gives us at least something to pass along as a lead, that they're dealing with the Zentarum here.
Do we have any sense of how recent this was?
At least within the last day or so.
Are there any animals nearby?
Yeah, there's, you glance around and you can see some squirrels kind of skittering about near one of the tree lines and a few birds flitting around.
Yeah. I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
There you go. That's what we're talking
Ooh,
about.
yeah.
And
Okay. Which
Bud's gonna-
animal would you like to speak with?
what are my options again? Squirrels?
You got squirrels and birds nearby.
I can talk to both of them, can I?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? We'll see what happens if I talk to both.
See what happens, yeah.
We'll get the squirrel's attention first, as hard as that may be. Flag them down, waving like,
Hey! Did anything like crazy happen here in the last day or two?
One of the squirrels that's kind of nibbling at an acorn in one of the trees looks at you and seems confused initially and just kind of tilts its head a few times before scrambling halfway down the tree to look at you and just says, "Weird, strange. What do you mean? What do you mean? Strange, weird."
Did anybody come through here? Did you see anybody else?
People. Yeah, I mean, people. Two-leggers just kind of walking. Yeah, like they had a fire and pretty kind of. Yeah, they were just there. They were where you are.
What do they look like?
People. Yeah, like people.
What kind of people? Anybody like different than how we look?
Well, I mean, this little critter comes kind of scrambling down a little bit and approaches, sniffing up at your party, and looks at Rinn and goes, her, she was, yeah, sure, yeah. One had pointy ears, and the other two were just people. They were just people.
Bud turns to Rinn.
I think we are onto something.
I mean, yeah, but still, this whatever it is masquerading all around as me, which is very disconcerting.
The rest of you just hear squirrel squeaks. And
I
Bud
just want to
talking at a
Bud
squirrel.
making squirrel squeaks.
Scratch that
as well.
retcon.
Roll it back.
She's just like, I can't understand anything it's saying.
Oh, he was saying that somebody came through here that looked like you. So it's probably that person who tried to frame you.
Fuck. Well, that is very disconcerting.
Can you ask him how long ago they were last seen here?
Bud asks that question to the two squirrels.
Two sons. Yeah, 2 sons.
Oh man, you guys have such a good memory. He said, about 2 days ago.
Okay, so they've had lots of time to get away.
Yeah, unfortunately. Should I ask him anything else?
Did you ask them where they went?
Oh, yeah.
Bud leans down and asks that question too.
The squirrels look at each other and just kind of mumble back and forth and like bicker a little bit. You just hear, Bud. You hear like that way, no, that way, that no, that way, and they're like scrambling and start like fighting each other and get distracted a little bit.
Guys, calm down.
Make a animal handling check.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. What is my animal handling is actually
It
pretty
should be
good.
great. I'm pretty sure it's pretty great.
But knock on wood that I'm going to roll terribly. Hell yeah, natural 1, baby.
Oh my god, Bud, you like start trying to calm them down and like reach out, and the scrambling squirrels that are like quickly turning into, you know, the like cartoonish cloud of just like fists and kicking and stuff that like attaches to your hand, and like now the squirrels are fighting on your arm, up your arm.
Oh my gosh.
And the rest of the party just sees these squirrels tangling with each other, just constant squeaking and hissing, and now they're on Bud doing this too.
Oh my god.
Bud is just making very weird, like, strained, like, yelps and, like,
Get off! I'm just trying to help!
Would anybody like to help their friend out in some way?
I'll help him.
Synas is too amused.
Reyka, roll an animal handling check. Please don't roll a 1.
15.
15.
okay.
Reyka approaches, and you maybe using like a good berry or like a piece of food or something, you distract them just briefly enough for them to calm down, and they like scrabble onto your hands instead, and you like keep them far enough apart from each other to not immediately jump on one another again. One of the squirrels looks at you, Bud, and is like, What'd you ask? What? Sorry, what'd you ask? What? Sorry. He was being dumb.
God's above. Anyway, where'd those people go? You were fighting about that.
Oh, yeah. No.
You both answer one at a time, okay?
Wow, angry Bud is very
One of the squirrel in Reyka's right hand looks at the other one with like a brief glare and then sniffs, and you see it nods in somewhat of a northerly direction, and the other squirrel nods in like a northwesterly direction.
All right, I think that's good enough. Thank you.
Okay, great. And they both
I go back to eating your acorns or whatever.
bounce off of Reyka's hands and go sprinting back into the trees, and you guys can hear them fighting yet again, like almost immediately.
Should I also talk with the birds? Do we want to do that?
That might be a little smarter, depending on the
Okay.
bird.
Yeah.
Blue jays are assholes. Don't do a blue jay. Find a nice crow.
I was gonna say like a crow or a raven would be
Mhm.
ideal. I think.
Or a pigeon.
Dre laughing.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to. I'm just giggling at the idea of just like selectively trying to pick an animal based on how stupid they might be.
So what do we got?
As you're
Surroundings.
wandering a little bit, you notice as I roll a dice, a crow sitting up on one of the boughs of a tree that's been watching this little squirrel scuffle.
Hi, Mr. Crow. I have some questions if you don't mind.
I mind.
What? Why?
Why should I?
Well, hold on a second.
And Bud turns to Reyka.
Hey, you got any more of those good berries?
Oh, I might actually be fresh out. Let me
What?
rummage in my backpack.
You always have like a million.
Wasn't expecting to go into battle today.
Oh my gosh.
Battle with nature.
Synas leans over and whispers to Thava, talking to the grass doesn't sound as crazy anymore.
Oh, nope, I am fresh out of good berries today.
Oh, good lord.
Oh my god. Can you not cast one right now? We
I
need
can.
you. We need
I
this.
could.
Unless we have
How-
rations.
You guys should have rations on you, which include things like dried fruits and nuts and things like that.
I don't need a magical berry.
But he might like that better, though. I think we should do the magical berry.
Just like
I
one.
can offer him one of my chef treats.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We can ramp it up honestly, if need be.
Like, well, okay. May I entice you with a good berry?
How good berry?
Very good berry. I know.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh gosh. Hold on.
Oh, good berry.
I got 0, like +0 in persuasion. Okay, I rolled a 16.
Okay. Okay, that's really good. The bird seems to deliberate a little bit, kind of tilting its head side to side, looking down at you. And you hear a, better be very good berry. And you, he flies down and lands like on top of your head. And
Don't
looks
worry,
like,
I've never lied in my life.
and
Probably not lying when he says that.
the bird lands like on top of your head and looks upside down into like your face and is just like, what?
Did anybody pass through here in the last 2 days?
Yes?
What they look like?
You? Similar?
What?
People,
Hey,
legs.
I need you to be a little more specific.
How specific?
As specific as you can be.
Mm,
I know you're smart.
He like squints.
Oh my god.
And pretty. You're a pretty bird.
He like the feathers like fluff up a little bit of that.
But Bud leans in and like puts a hand to his mouth.
There also may be more good berries.
To look person-y, normal, human, I think you say. And a couple of the party does you hear like, you know, when crows mimic sounds, they like not quite a sound. You hear him this bird say, human, a couple times. Bud, you hear him say, one looked like your good friend there. Other elf, dark skin, white hair.
Oh, okay.
Bud turns to the party.
So I just found out the other person was an elf. With white hair!
Oh,
You said
man.
like darker skin, right?
Yeah,
Dre?
which would accurately
Fine,
describe
sure.
the drow that you had captured
Yeah.
before.
So it looks like the drow is still about.
Isn't the black spider a drow?
Hmm.
Could be him.
It could be. Did they have, like, anything with them that caught your eye? I know shiny things are pretty cool. Do they have any shiny things?
Made shiny. Magic.
The what was shiny?
The magic. Shiny.
Oh, magic. Okay.
What kind of magic did they use?
Don't know. They just left fast north. That way. And then you see his head rotates and he points his beak towards the northerly direction.
What's he saying, bud?
He also said that they headed northward, and what else? They were using magic, but he's not really being specific about like what kind.
The bird's head leans down and is like, Berry! Berry? Good berry?
Oh, right. Here you go.
Well, I mean, did you do it, Reyka? By the way?
Well, yes, I will cast Goodberry and hand you a handful of them.
Okay. Gotta do it discreetly so he doesn't know how many there are.
right.
Yeah, I'll hand him one and is like,
all right, my friend made some for you. Thank you.
How sure of direction is your crow friend that they went?
I'll ask him.
Bud turns to the crow.
And you're sure it was like north, right?
That way. Where brightest star is, north.
Oh, okay. He said toward the brightest star at night.
Okay.
Synas, do you know what he's talking about?
I mean, not to be too obvious, but that would be the North Star, yes.
I almost wondered if it would be worth casting beast sense if your crow friend is willing to fly north for up to an hour to see if they can't spot him.
That sounds like a big ask, but that's a good idea.
Got more good berries.
Yeah. Hold
Good
on
berries
a second.
for all his friends. Be very popular crow.
Let me think about this, because I finally have an excuse to use either the beast bond or animal friendship.
Oh, sure, yeah, you got something better.
Let's see.
New NPC companion for the party, just a horde of crows.
A murder of crows follows you.
This is
Just rides
Bud's
on Bolt's
bugs. Like, he's got the murder of crows.
I just want you to know the vibe for this party is going to be very fucked up if we continue down this path. Between the crows and some other stuff, like the pyromania.
Ah, my pretties!
What would be like optimal, like for what I'm asking, Dre? Like probably animal friendship.
It's gonna be another animal
Either one?
friendship, or
Okay.
animal. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll cast that and give it a try. It says the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have a charmed condition for the duration. Do you think if I offered this crow some more good berries, do you think that could potentially lead to a charmed effect of some sort? Is that not like related to that at all?
I don't think it would provide the charmed effect in this scenario.
Okay.
More like
well,
a persuasion.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, in that case, Bud will look to the crow again and say,
I have a proposition for you, okay?
Yes.
I got some more good berries here, but I'd love to give you some, and even some friends you got, on one condition. Could you fly northward and report back to us if you happen to see those people that came through here?
There's a crow's intelligence. And his wisdom. If you're casting animal friendship on him, I do need to know his wisdom. Good thing there is a stat block for ravens. Are you actually casting animal friendship
that's
on him
funny.
during this?
The component for this is a morsel of food. I didn't even
Perfect.
realize that.
That's perfect.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, so you succeed on your casting of Animal Friendship, and this crow is charmed by you.
Oh, okay.
That is what the result of Animal Friendship does.
Oh, okay.
It charms the creature.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You're friends now.
What is your proposition?
So what do you say?
For very good berry. I'll try.
Okay. Here's another one for the road. Well, metaphorically speaking.
Don't use roads.
Yeah.
And he hands him another good berry, and
There's more where that came from when you come back, okay?
He just goes about eating it, and you see him fly off and head generally northishward.
It's a very good idea, let me tell you.
Well,
thinking.
Bud turns to Reyka and like does a high five gesture.
Oh yeah, she high fives back.
Yes, we did it. Thank you, Reyka.
Of course. Good thinking.
All right, the crow is on a mission for us, and I don't know when he'll come back, but he's gonna be looking for the folks who came through here.
Well, if they're close enough, he might see them.
Mm-hmm. Well, now what?
Yeah, now what do we do?
I don't think I need to talk to any more animals. Ooh.
Yeah, they're kind of just like people, aren't they? Generally
They are.
unpleasant.
If you guys hang around long enough, it almost gets to the point where you're like not sure that bird is coming back. Like it's been like you wait for like an hour. This bird is still not back yet. Like right as you think, well, that was a bit of a waste. You see the form of this crow come gliding back over a few trees from the north and kind of glides straight down at Bud and lands back on his horns.
Oh.
Hi again, friend. I was beginning to think you weren't coming back.
I need to look up. How long does Speak with Animals last?
Oh, that lasts for
10 minutes. I
10
think?
minutes.
Oh no.
So the crow lands on your head. You say that and he goes, ah!
Can I cast it more than once, or is it like once a day?
You have...
As long as you've got the spell slot, I believe.
I do. Yeah.
Does it come from your ranger abilities? Is that why you're...
It does.
Yes,
Yes.
you can use it as a spell. So...
Would it, could...
I believe you get what,
Reyka?
like one free
Yeah, I mean, I
cast
could
of it
cast
per
it
day?
as well if you want.
Trying to remember. I thought there was a thing where rangers got like a free cast to Speak with Animals per day.
Probably do.
I don't see anything.
I
but-
also
I don't
don't
see anything about a
anything.
free cast.
That might have been 5th edition rules.
I've got it prepared for free, just as a druid.
So Synas could
Yeah.
cast it.
So if
You
you
mean
don't,
like you only have to do a slot, or...
well, it like I don't have to prepare it for the day. I just always know it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I also know the spell. So.
Yeah, as long as you have a spell slot, I believe you can use it. But
Yeah, I've used up 2, so if one of you could
Yeah, I'll
do it on my
I can
behalf,
do it.
that'd be
I can
great.
I'll cast it.
Just in case, you know. Who knows what could happen?
Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I don't see it in the book. Okay, cool. Neat. Awesome. So, Reyka, you cast Speak with Animals.
Yep.
And the crow, while it's kind of lightly pecking at Bud's head, like it's trying to get his attention, you hear its vocalizations go from just to pay attention, pay attention.
Like, hey, sorry, he can't understand you anymore, but I can.
Hmm?
What did you learn?
And it, like, flits over from Bud's head and stands on top of one of your horns now. Just looking and doubting you, and goes, "Saw something magic.
What kind of magic?
Circle magic.
Did you see people with it?
No.
Circle. Like the teleportation circle.
How
Maybe.
big of a circle? Do you know?
No.
What
What did
color
you
was
see?
it?
What color was the circle?
Sorry. I shouldn't be speaking.
I'm relaying.
Yeah.
Everybody can assume that I'm relaying this.
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
The bird holds out a wing. Me. Color me.
Black?
Oh, black circle.
Hmm.
Can I make an Arcana check? Try to narrow it down.
Sure.
Just off the description.
Sure.
Oh, only a 17 off of a 4. Dang.
Oh my lord. The day you roll a natural 20 and get a 33, I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah, it sounds a lot like a teleportation circle to you.
Yeah.
How far north did you spot this circle?
Giant beer bag.
Trying to think of how a bird would measure time and distance.
Yeah.
Far. Can follow.
Oh.
Berry.
I offer it a berry.
And it immediately eats it.
Do we want to follow the bird? He's offering to show us where the circle is.
What direction was that again?
North.
Oh, we're going that way anyway. Let's. What do y'all say?
I mean, are we all packed up to continue north from there, or?
Oh.
Oh, most of your stuff is back at the taverns. So.
Shit.
Yeah.
Back, sorry.
But the bird, without waiting too much longer, just kind of jumps off of Reyka's head and starts flying northward.
Shit.
Should
Well,
Wait, don't shouldn't you tell him to wait for us?
Reyka, you just hear, "Follow! Follow!
Follow.
I don't think we got a choice. We gotta go.
Like, at least some of us gotta follow him if we really
Yeah.
want to know.
okay.
And you
I'm in the
guys.
lead right now.
I mean,
Take
we
off.
could send Thava back to just grab all of our stuff.
I guess we'll swing by.
You look like a
Fandal
pack
later.
mule to you.
You're the strongest one. Who else is gonna do it?
Looks
I
at
could help.
Synas with the actual highest strength in the party.
Now that he's got the
That's
belt.
not true. That's not true. Mine is higher. What are you talking about?
But his is
No.
21.
Yeah.
Wait, it's 21?
It's a
I
belt of
have
hill
a
giant
belt.
strength.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking
I'm
of the
jacked
It's not the
now.
gauntlets.
Hey, listen, I'm at 20, okay? It doesn't matter. The modifier is the same.
It's
okay?
true. It's true.
15. It's 15 pounds more I can carry.
Oh, boo, boo.
Comfortable.
Who's the better pack mule?
Yeah, never mind. He can do it. Never mind.
Mhm.
I mean, both y'all can go.
No, I'm following the bird.
See, Thava, you ain't got nothing to do.
So your party takes off after the bird before you lose sight of it, I hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys go jogging through quite the thick little section of thickets and brush, as the bird does not care about what is on the ground or the path that you would have to take to follow it. It just kind of glides along with the wind.
As we're going, I'm just gonna cast a pass without a trace myself.
Okay.
I know it's only a 30-foot emanation now, but it's
That's-
better than nothing.
That covers your party. As long as they all stay within its range, I believe.
Yeah.
So you guys are not leaving footprints, and it doesn't appear you are more stealthful than before. You guys follow this bird for probably like an hour almost, given that you have to slow down to cut or break your way through some thicker parts of the hills, brush lines here and there. And you make it a ways, you would know this is a ways up the trail that leads away from Phandalin. And the bird cawing in the distance lands down in a clearing of trees. breaking through the edge of this tree line, you do immediately notice that a circle of some sort has been drawn in the snow. It appears darkened, as if used before, burnt in magic. It's probably about 10 feet across, and has inscribed sigils in it. But much as it described, it's definitely a magical circle.
All right, well, even though I can't understand the bird anymore, I'm going to go up to it and bow in thanks and give it 2 good berries.
And it happily just focuses on pecking into those and eating them. One very well-fed bird for the day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What would you like to do?
Is there anything nearby? Like, can we do like a would it be like a survival check or?
What are you looking for specifically?
Like footprints, anything around this circle.
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, can I make one also?
Sure.
That is a 21.
21?
27.
Not natural.
27. Sheesh. Beyond the circle that you see here, you do notice footprints around the clearing, likely of what seems like people pacing about, maybe getting ready for something. You see footprints in the middle of the circle, and then leading away from the circle, you see only one set of footprints. Look like normal boots that one might expect. And that those seem to head back to the east towards the trail.
Interesting. What about the people here that can do magic-y things? I don't know much about magic. Like this kind of magic, anyway.
I don't know much either. I just kind of...
It just kind of happens.
Can one of you who are good at remembering things maybe... I don't know if it would matter, but take a look at the boot print, commit it to memory, and then if we see that boot print elsewhere, we'll know it was them. Here's that a little too Sherlock Holmes.
That feels like, I know there's a feat for something like that. Was it observant or something?
I think something like that.
Where you basically get a photographic memory, and you can.
I know
also
Keen
do
Mind
things
gives
like-
you that.
You also read lips and shit. That might be the.
That
yeah.
one's observant. Keen Mind is the photographic memory.
Oh, okay.
No one, okay. Dumb idea.
I mean, I would think a ranger maybe might be able to do it. It feels
Memorize
like the
a
most.
footprint?
Yeah, memorize a footprint.
Yeah, you're a ranger. You could do it.
The ranger.
DM, am I able to memorize a footprint?
It is kind of just a generic boot.
Okay, that'd be unhinged. To be like,
You're not really sure. I mean...
is anyone really into shoes? Do you have a shoe
Is there
collection?
a cobbler nearby?
Yeah,
I'm the group where nobody has shoes.
Yeah, literally no one here wears shoes.
That's true, actually.
They wear wraps or sandals and things the like. I would say you could make an investigation check. More just to kind of keep in mind the size of boot more than anything, as the shape
17?
is very generic. 17? You're pretty confident that if you saw someone's boots, you could probably mentally match it to this boot print.
Okay, I will try to commit this to memory. But it's a pretty generic boot, so it might be difficult.
Aha!
What about the people here that can do magic-y things? I don't know much about magic. Like this kind of magic, anyway.
Uh,
This is gonna come in handy, I'm telling you folks.
True.
Just you wait.
Anything else you guys would like to do?
Is there anything we can do with the circle? Like, is there any way we can, like, decipher where it's going to? Or how long it's been up?
Probably be a really tough Arcana check to be specific.
Yeah, that wouldn't be me rolling for sure.
Synas would know that teleportation circles are basically like a prescribed set of runes that allow you to go from one point to a previously known location, but that it's not really easy for you to know what that location is, because it could just be any set of runes that have been predetermined. Being that he's the Arcanum boy of the squad.
Dennis, do you think this portal is still active?
With a detect magic up, could I also make like an Arcana check, like
to see
to see if it's still got any active magic to it, or if it's just now become a drawing in the dirt?
You wouldn't need to make an Arcana check. You're familiar enough with the idea of the teleportation circle. You've seen it used before, probably, in your travels. You know that what it leaves behind is basically a burnt spell. That it's a one-time use, one-way door.
Okay.
So whoever was here cast this spell, inscribed the runes here, and then vanished.
Unless I was here to see this spell, I don't think that I would be able to tell where it's gone, or even how long ago it was cast.
Curious.
They've used it and they're gone.
Well, I'm not sure if there's anything else we can do then, besides follow the footprints that go north, which is where we're going anyway.
Well, the only footprints leaving from this point go east back to the trail that you know is over.
Oh.
That leads to Fandalen or back to the Tribor Trail.
Oh. Do y'all think it's worth, like... Well, we have to go back to Fandalen anyway to get our shit, so... I guess we just keep following it, huh?
I mean, if worst comes to worst, they'll find us, I'm sure. I doubt this is going to be the last time we deal with them.
Yeah. We'll see.
But with them having teleported, I think this is run cold.
Sadly, I agree.
And if we're dealing with the Zentarum, honestly, with their network, I'm not entirely sure that would be worth investigating either. If they're smuggling someone or something, it's probably lost in their network now. If it's staying within it.
Well...
I guess we just take this information and head back to Fandalen to ready us to go north.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is the crow still there?
The crow has been pecking away at those berries, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna... Even though he can't really understand me, I'm gonna say goodbye and toss him just one more good berry.
And it jumps a little bit in fright of that berry, kind of poofing into the snow next to it, and then it hops on it and picks it up and goes flying off into the woods. And yeah, you guys follow the prince east with your survivalists. Pretty easy. It heads straight to the trail and then vanishes because the trail is not, covered in as much snow. There's not as much to follow along. But if you make a survival check, you might be able to pick up on it.
Ooh. 11.
11? You're not really sure. Not very easy to find among the wagon trail ruts.
Can I give
Somebody should
advantage to
have
that
helped him.
roll, or too late?
You could either roll your own or provide advantage.
I'll do advantage.
Okay. Reyka, make that roll again then.
Okay. That was survival.
Yes.
7.
7. Unfortunately, even with Bud helping you, you're not quite sure which direction the individual would have gone from this point.
Darn.
But your party heads...
Oh, nothing, go ahead.
Okay.
I was like, we tried.
We tried. Your party heads on back to Fandalen. After all this, it's probably, getting closer to the middle of the day between walking like an hour west, an hour north, an hour east, and an hour south again. In a big, almost a big rhombus.
Rhombus.
Returning back to the inn, you see Jadit and Izithar are actually down in the common area, talking to one another. As your party enters, Jadit turns and gives you all a bit of a grin. You see that he's carrying quite a lot of gear on his back, as if he is preparing to leave. And as you guys come in, he waves you down and says, "Well, it's been a pleasure working with you guys. I need to head back home, though."
Thanks for your help. I don't know if we could have done it all without you.
I think you would have figured it out. Pretty creative.
Thank you, Izithar.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out with them, honestly. Better to travel in pairs out here, but... And Jadit nods a little bit in agreement. I have, two things. One, I'm going to need that, stone back from you guys. Gala would be pretty pissed if I just let you keep that. Wizards are particular about their magical items.
Dada, is she
Yeah, who's it?
is she like a gold dragon in disguise?
What the fuck? No. What? She just has impeccable fashion.
Okay, well, I just read a story about that once, and be pretty cool.
Hmm.
What about you, though?
What about me?
You and that gold dragon arm thing.
Well, I mean... I don't...
What's that all about?
I don't...
Is it...
I don't use that often.
Uh-huh.
That's, I told
What
you
is it?
that I have someone who helps me that is a patron after a fashion.
Is it a dragon? A gold dragon?
Well, yes, they are.
Ooh.
Fine. If you're going to be pressing this way, obnoxiously.
He doesn't like secrets, that's for sure.
Well, she told me a big secret, so I'll allow this one.
But you were right.
But yes, I have been befriended by a gold dragon who I helped at one point quite a few years ago. And she helps me in turn deal with less than savory dragons that are out there.
Well, that certainly explains a lot.
But Gala, the woman that met us at the trial, that's not her. She helps me in regards to magical items. She pops up when it's convenient.
Okay. Cool. So where are you headed next?
Back home. Back to the guild.
Where's home?
Far, far east.
Oh.
Past, do you know the Anarok deserts? It's further than that.
Oh. Shit. No, I don't know much about the outside world.
He might as well be on the opposite side of the world, is what he's saying.
It's true. It's pretty far away. Having walked from there, it's a bit of a trip.
So, yeah, I probably won't be seeing you guys anytime soon. But, and he looks at Thava. You did kinda express interest in the whole monster slaying thing before.
That's correct.
You see him think a little bit, and he pulls one of his side pouches over and pulls out a scroll case, and he offers it to you. This has got a one-use scroll in it. Takes you straight to the circle that's at the guild. If you ever, find that you want to join, I would happily vouch for your abilities.
I appreciate it. I might take you up on that. Honestly.
I'll make sure the master knows to look out for a tall dragonborn with a intimidating face. He's better with faces, not names, so.
Well, thank you for the help. It was an honor fighting alongside you.
And, I guess it wouldn't be bad to mention to you guys, since you're probably staying out here on whatever adventures comes your way next. If you run into a blue dragonborn, about as tall as you, covered in scars, kind of grumpy, glasses, just tell him home misses him. He'll know what I mean.
Player me knows who that is, but character me
Not
has no
Dre.
idea.
Not Dre, not Dre.
Shh, quiet. Shut up.
What's his name?
Theroden.
Oh.
He's one of the Omen Seekers from my guild. And he's been, well, let's just say out of contact for a number of years, and the master would like to know what the hell he thinks he's doing out here. So, if by
Keep an eye
chance...
out.
Well,
Alright, keep an eye out.
best of luck to you guys. And he glances at Izithar, who picks up his admittedly meager backpack compared to the amount of crap that Jadet's got on his back. And they both nod, and as they begin to stride by Synas, you feel Izithar kind of pat you firmly on the chest, and in your hand you feel like a little piece of paper slip into your robe there.
Oh,
And the pair of them head out the door, heading toward the trail.
I want to look at the note, but I want to keep it secret.
Okay. I will...
Nice
What does it say?
fellas.
What'd you say, Reyka?
Said nice fellas.
Real nice fellas.
Real nice fellers. I will DM you the contents of this note.
What's that?
What?
What happened?
What was that?
Did someone use a
Not a sound
soundboard?
effect.
Soundboard?
I have soundboards muted, so I never know what they are. What happened?
It was just an echoing voice that said gay.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Of notes.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do? now that you are back in town, do you want to prepare to just head on out? What would you like to do?
Thava, what was the direction we needed to go for the mission you were talking about with the spider? Is that also north?
Wait, what? What is this about? What?
You were asking for my help with another mission before we all headed to Mirabar. Which does that also north?
Wait,
or
that
is it-
was
that's
just
what
what
we
we were
just
talking.
did.
We just
that was
did.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That
Oh, I
was
thought
just
it
trying to
was-
figure
sorry.
out where they went.
We wanted
I
to
see.
investigate what happened before we left town. That's
I thought
all.
there was more involved in that. Okay.
Yeah, now we know to also watch out for the Zentarum and not to fucking concern ourselves with anyone that seems to be a Zentarum. Bleh, bleh.
Bah.
Yeah, stay away from
Okay.
him. Stay away from him.
Okay, for some reason I thought we had to go further out for more info.
Yeah. So by the way, in the future, don't just tell people about floating castles and dragon masks and whatever.
Okay.
Sorry.
What's the,
What the heck? All right. What time of day is it now? Do we use up the day doing that?
it's like the middle of the day right now. Late morning, basically high noon, almost.
It's high.
Hey, I can say it.
Well, do you guys all want to head out midday or save it for the morning? You guys need time to prepare?
I don't, honestly, I think we just need to grab shit. That's about it. I'm good
Yeah,
to
I'm
go whenever.
definitely good to go.
Are you sure you don't want to enjoy one more night in the tavern before we spend the next week or so traveling?
I'm most comfortable in nature, so no.
No.
Very direct. Well, I could be tempted, but I don't care either way, really.
Fuck. I might whisper you something, Dre.
Okay. Hit me with the secret massages.
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 Hit me with that whisper.
Misogynists.
Fire away. It's the good berry. This is the dollar store. How good could it be?
In case the reference is lost.
Oh, ah.
Okay, I have my answer. Thava will be like, well, I need another day to prepare. Just a night. We can go tomorrow morning. Going to gather some things.
Okay.
All right. Well, then Reyka will burn her last 4 spell slots to get some more good berries.
Hey!
There you go.
Obviously, I was left holding nothing.
So many good berries.
But I'll do that right before I go to sleep.
Okay. Sometime in the evening, I think. You guys spend the day relaxing, taking care of any last minute things, packing up your equipment, your different rooms that you've rented. Toblin breathed a sigh of relief that he might actually be able to rent more rooms out again, since you guys have been taking up like half of his room
Heck
total.
yeah.
Hey, that's consistent income, okay?
Well, yeah, but you haven't been paying because you've been killing dragons, and I don't think, it didn't seem right charging the people that saved us in fee, but, I gotta make money somehow.
How awkward would it be if we just never left?
Like, you guys gonna, he's the terrified landlord.
Terrified landlord when you're quiet or your tenants are like
Dragon
adventurers
slayers.
that they could just kill you instantly.
20 years goes by and they're like, you think you maybe want to leave? And it's like,
Nah.
We killed a dragon.
20 years ago.
Forever.
At some point, Gundren seeks you guys out in the
Forgot
evening.
about that guy.
Yeah, we forgot. Wow, you just fucking. You're like fuck that guy after the whole.
To be fair, he was
I
kind of a
have
dick.
No memory of
He was
this
kind of a
man.
dick.
I have no memory of this man.
I mean, we also went way out of our way to save his life. So I mean,
Yeah,
Yes, and he's not who I thought he was.
you're not the man I thought you were.
Anyway.
Gundren finds you guys at some point, and greets you with a, "Oh, you're all heading out then. Good. I admittedly don't think I'll be needing to hire you guys. You did such a great job. For anything in the future, I'm kind of packing up things with the Neverwinter side of things. I might stop in there once in a while, but most of my efforts are going to be focused on out here now."
Well, don't get yourself killed again.
I will not plan on it. Like I'd said before, I do want to include you and your friends on the profits from this mine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Monthly, I would like to offer your party 10% of the profits of this mine.
Oh, shit.
Which, if I am estimating correctly, could mean me sending somewhere between 50 and 100 platinum per month to you.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Maybe. That depends on how well things sell and if, economically things stay fine. But it is an extremely rich mine, and even just in the few days that we have prospected, we have found a couple of very rich platinum veins. We think, the saying is we struck gold, but really we've struck something better.
Well, I, for one, Gundren, would be incredibly grateful for your generosity.
I think it would be
I mean,
fitting, given you saved my life.
never mind. I was going to say something. But
No,
I'm pretty sure we got paid to do
Benjamin,
that. I think we were
I have
promised
a
that.
proposition.
Oh.
What is your proposition, bud?
Would you mind also sending a payment a month to my parents? I think that'd be nice. Same amount. Not
Ooh.
both of them. Just, one payment to both of them.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm assuming the
want mine.
'Cause
10%
that's-
is
That's
total,
a
right? And then it's just split up.
yeah. He would send your
party.
party 10% split 6 ways, 5 ways, unless Naya is
Persuasion,
pushing
right?
it.
Too soon.
I'll take
Whoa.
Naya's share.
Well,
Just for safekeeping, right?
Yeah, I'll keep it for her.
Where did my window? Well, my persuasion is 0, so I don't have any other points. 13.
13. I could send them an additional 1%. That's still more money than either of them have probably ever seen in their lifetimes.
Well, that would mean a lot, Gundren.
So 11%, we'll say. With 1% to your family, 10% to your party. Is that sufficient? And he holds out one of his large, meaty hands to your party in general. Not sure who to shake with on it, but
Reyka shakes.
he firmly shakes your hand. Agreed, then. I wish you the best. My brother and I are going to work on funeral arrangements for Tharden. And then we will be getting the mine up and going. So just wanted to catch you before you vanished. If you end up in Neverwinter, give my regards to the lady back at the inn you stayed at.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's her name again?
Madame, was it Madame Rose? Well, now I'm forgetting my own NPC
Oh, I
list.
have a note somewhere on that.
Scroll up.
I also have a note on that somewhere.
Our characters are probably around her more than they were each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, your characters remember. I don't remember off the top of my head because I don't remember a character from a year and a half ago.
Madame Rosette.
Madame Roseanne, there it is. I knew it was Rose something. Yes. Give my regards to Roseanne if you see her again. She is the ones that sent you after me in the first place, after all.
We'll be sure of it.
Gundren,
Yes.
I wanted to ask you if you found any more information about what I can do with that ring.
Ah, well, like I said, you'd probably need to take it to a pretty powerful wizard if you wanted to reawaken it.
Right. Didn't you say you were going to... There was something he was like looking for. I don't know if it was like a long-term storage or like I forget what it was. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I thought it was something that he was working on.
I think it was
We're
more...
trying to find that wizard of some...
I think it was more that he could look, but he doesn't really know anyone who does that off the top of his head.
Okay. Gotcha. Never mind.
And...
Oh.
Yes?
Gundren,
Yes.
one more thing.
Sure.
Did you hear about the Black Spider?
Did.
Keep an eye out for Zen. Keep your eye out for anyone who might be associated with the Zentarum. I don't know what they might do, but if they have the Black Spider, like we think they do, they might come looking for anyone who might have had run-ins with him.
You see, wrings his hands a little bit and goes, Right. Right. Bad news, as usually they are. And he
Yes.
glances down as if thinking about a few things very quickly, worriedly before shaking his head and stroking a hand through his beard a few times. Well, I wish you all the best on whatever comes, and you know, I can't imagine you'll be staying in one place. I'll probably have that cat fella who keeps hanging out here come find you if I need to pay you. He seems pretty good at finding people, so.
Just yes.
Wait, you mean the one who's like a fiend or something?
Oh my! Wait!
Wait, he's a what?
Are you just saying that? Are you just saying that out loud? Fuck.
To Gundren. Gundren's our friend.
If he's a fiend, we should kill him.
Oh.
Fiends are not, they're evil creatures. Are you saying that there's a fiend walking around here?
Oh dear.
Why the fuck did you say something?
It's Gundren! I thought he should know!
I'm gonna go talk to somebody about this.
Wait,
Fuck!
And he
Oh,
he does brush past you and immediately head out of the inn.
wait. Me, one moment. Be careful. If he's what we think he is, he might be a Rakshasa, and they're tricky.
Someone should know that that's just looming somewhere in a town in the middle of nowhere.
Right, but be careful.
I'll try.
What have you done?
And he heads out of the inn and out of sight.
But you never told me I couldn't tell Gundren about
We should probably be careful. Hopefully he doesn't end up dead by revealing that secret to other people.
Well, he could have ended up dead by not knowing. Maybe.
I mean, maybe. I think he had more concerns about the Zentarum, honestly, than a random courier who happens to be a fiend. But now he might also have to worry about that.
We find the Rakshasa later, and he's an enemy now, and he attacks us.
Sorry, I'm just making notes.
Oh shit, he's changing the storyline now.
Yeah, I can't wait. Now we're gonna have the dragon cult, the Zentarum, and now a Rakshasa who's probably gonna assume that we're the ones that told him, and fuck. God damn it.
Wait, Thava, how does he know you know?
Not going to lie, he was kind of looking at me when I cast my spell for detecting fiends. I have a feeling he knows that I know. This is what I mean about being careful about what we tell people.
Well, she just kind of pouts and sits down.
Aw.
If there is nothing else you guys would like to do this evening.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. You guys spend one last night in relative comfort in an inn. Night falls, and you find yourselves drifting off to sleep again. Some of your dreams are pleasant, some are neutral, but yet again, that same dream returns. Flashes of apocalyptic visions that keep ending with just this one weird town next to a river.
We've been cursed with bad sleep.
Oh no, insomnia.
Have any of us done a check on if we know what that town is or recognize it in the vision?
No, but I don't think any of your party recognizes it.
I asked if anybody did earlier, and then nobody responded. So
I did say that I didn't recognize it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thava.
Are we gonna do this here?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We are, yeah.
Hooray, another murder attempt.
What are you talking about? There's no murder attempts. What do you mean?
We
We're
just
burning people
swing at
alive,
Rinn.
okay? Yeah.
After your party has gone to bed, it's pretty late at night, 2, 3 in the morning. You are very hungry. You are awoken by the level of hunger.
Oh.
You know exactly where you could go.
Yep.
Do you want to do so quietly, or are you just going?
Probably quietly. We're not gonna wear armor.
Okay.
So
No
we're not gonna
armor.
bring a
Make a stealth check.
disadvantage. Okay. Ten.
10.
No.
Not
10.
horrible.
Not horrible, not great.
Right.
You feel like you fairly quietly make your way out of your room. I believe Reyka and Rinn's room was right next to Thava's. Reyka, you are awoken by the sound of the latch of the door next door thunking back closed. Briefly. You hear Thava's steps heading to the stairs and then down and out of the tavern. Find slightly different music. Thava, you head out into the cold in the night. You steal your way to the southern side of town. The animal barn is still clearly there, the one you had been to before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you steal your way inside?
Can I just make a quick glance and see if anyone's around? Because now I'm a little bit more cautious because of last time.
Sure, make a perception check.
I'm what?
$17.
17. There are some guards that actually patrol at night now, but they're very few and far between. There's like 3 that circle the town pretty far apart.
Mm-hmm.
The lights in the Alderfield farmhouse are off.
Okay.
Seems pretty dark. You're probably fine. You don't think anyone will notice you.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and head in.
Within the smallish barn, you find a group of sheep that have been barned for the winter, the upcoming winter and the frost that has set in. Quietly slumbering, but beginning to stir as you enter. You pick the closest one. Seems kind of the sleepiest. Make a... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Make an animal handling check for me.
Oh, animal handling. This is going to be so
nice.
wholesome.
19, actually.
19. You very firmly grab this sheep. But you keep it calmed. It doesn't begin to struggle. It doesn't shift around. And it especially doesn't really make much of a noise as your teeth sink into its neck.
Oh my god.
How long do you go?
As long as I need to.
You drink deeply of this animal's blood for a minute, 2, and you feel no less hungry than when it had started.
Oh, come on, dude. Come on. Fuck.
The white fur of this sheep is stained red around its neck. And it looks woozy, like it's lost quite a lot of blood. But no matter how much you have, it just doesn't work. And something in the back of your head, the sound of footsteps right behind you, and a very familiar hand on your shoulder. I told you. We're so hungry. That's not gonna cut it anymore. You can't hide from what you are.
Fuck.
What would you like to do?
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Go vegan. Go vegan.
How much control does she have of herself right now?
You feel very in control of yourself. You just feel like hungrier than you've felt in a long time.
God damn it. Well, if she's still in control of herself, she's not gonna try and fucking do anything too crazy, so she might just have to get up and leave, honestly.
Okay.
For now. Like, she's not gonna let herself do something truly heinous.
Yep. The animal, woozy as it is, you kind of staunch the blood flow and patch it up, I guess, as best you can, to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it from bleeding out.
Lay on hands.
And yeah, you could use lay on hands.
I could, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that would actually make the most sense. That'd be the quickest and easiest.
Okay. Do you want to lay on hands like the 2 points of damage it took? Because it's got like 3 HP because it's a sheep.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine.
You patch up this animal. The blood is still in its fur, but the presence of a bite mark is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And turning around, you don't see the individual you're expecting behind you, just shadow. and you creep back out of the barn. That gnawing worry in the back of your head that something is wrong.
I think she could probably put 2 and 2 together about what that voice is insinuating.
But you head back to the inn. You're pretty confident that, once you're away from the farm at least, you just look like someone who's taken a night stroll.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to do before you head back to sleep?
No, I don't think so. I think that's all I can really do for now.
Okay. You head back into the inn as quiet as you can. Back into your room. And you drift back to sleep with that ever-gnawing hunger and worry present. The next morning, you all wake up just fine. And you begin to pack your things for the road ahead. Are you planning to go eastward to Tribor or northward to Neverwinter?
Tribor.
Tribor? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning to go by foot or by horseback?
I think we would agree. We probably want horses, right, folks?
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
In the morning, heading to the horse stable of Fandalin, you're greeted by the orc woman that's there. And she asks, you folks heading back out? You gonna need horses, or
Yes.
you gonna need them, like, long-term, or are you gonna need them and come back?
Oh, that's a fair point. How much would it cost to purchase them?
I'd sell you each of my boys at 10 gold a head.
Can we fit more than one person on horse?
You can fit 2 people on horseback, yeah?
Reyka, you want to split a horse?
Let's split a horse.
Alright. I'll let you drive.
So you need 3 horses?
Think
Can
so.
somebody ride with Thava, or is
Thava
Thava too big?
and Synas probably need their own horses. Well, they could probably fit a bud.
One of the
Wanna
one
ride
of
with
us
me, Thava?
Yeah,
can.
like 3. I think 3 will do it.
I want rival.
You want Rival?
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm willing to sell Rival. I've been working on him a while.
I feel like I made good progress with him.
I'll give him you for 15 gold.
What do you mean 15?
He's one
For
of the
him?
he's one of the boys that I've been working on the hardest. I'm very attached
Oh
to
my
that boy.
goodness. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you if he's your project, I guess.
Well, I mean, if you're, what's it worth it to you to take him on? 'Cause
Well,
he still needs work.
he does. I'll leave you to it.
All right. So 30 gold then, 3 horses. You guys take your pick of which ones you want. We can
That
have
is
them.
not what I expected.
That was way cheaper.
Oh,
than I
please.
thought,
I'll give you a discount.
That's basically what's happening right now. Riding horses should be a lot more expensive than that.
Alright.
I'll take Bean.
Bean. Bean
Guess
will be
remember
yours.
which horses were.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Axe wrote down the names of the horses.
Oh yeah, somewhere in my notes I've got all the
We
names.
have 5 people, right?
You do have 5 people currently, yes. You can
Okay.
fit 2 to a horse,
Except for probably.
except for
Synas
Synas and Thava would not be able to go together.
Yeah.
My note with horse names is missing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Now I gotta
Almost all
scroll
that
back
mystery
through my
is
list.
stat.
What chapter was this in?
It's pretty early, I think.
Horse names. Why didn't I just put in a thing that I could search called horse names? Oh my goodness. You know, I'm organized when I do player notes, but DM notes? God forbid.
We'll have to retcon this.
There we go.
Somebody go listen to it all.
Oh, I got it. It's Bean,
you got
Anchor, Trevor, Rival, Sunder, Trot, and Freckles. That's the horses.
Reyka, are you sure we don't want Freckles?
You want Freckles?
I don't know. I like the name.
Freckles,
I mean,
a white horse with a ton of brown speckling in its fur.
We can take Freckles. That's fine.
Is Bean gonna be sad though?
Bean is a slightly diminutive but still powerful looking horse with reddish brown fur.
Oh, Bean matches me.
Are you sure you guys don't just want to get your own horses? Right? Yeah,
I'm all about saving money.
that's fair.
Oh well.
So
We'll
which trio do you want?
How long are we going to be keeping these horses?
We're buying them. They're ours.
I know, but once we get to our destination.
What, you think we're gonna abandon them?
We could sell
Just
them,
keep-
Thava.
Oh, I'm not being said in character. That's our character. I wasn't doing the accent. Come on.
The accent is the differentiator.
Yeah,
Apologize.
it's okay.
So yes, whichever 3 horses you decide.
Alright, cool.
Freckles it is.
Okay.
Who are you guys picking?
Thava, do you have a preference?
Whichever you want, bud.
Isn't this
Probably.
wonderfully exciting?
Anchor
Read me
for
the
those
names
two?
again,
Hey,
DM.
DM, read me the names. Listen, D&D is
Anchor
about
sounds
killing
strong.
dragons, fighting armies, and struggling to figure out which horse to buy. So the horses are Bean, which is a slightly diminutive, powerful-looking horse with reddish fur. Anchor, a bulkier, stouter-looking black-furred horse that looks almost halfway to being a draft horse. Trevor,
That's
a fairly plain brown horse. Rival, of course, is a horse with a white coat dotted with black, with a determined look in its eyes. Sunder, it's what's in my notes. I'm just reading my note. Sunder, another large, almost draft horse-sized critter with dark brown fur. Trot, a thinner but powerful-looking yellowish blonde-furred horse, and Freckles, a white horse with tons of brown speckling in its fur.
An Appaloosa, you might say.
I don't know shit about horses. I know a few things about horses, but not much.
You said they're... How much gold is each one?
She will charge you 10 gold for any of the horses except for Rival.
I love that we're spending 15 minutes on buying horses.
This is important stuff. This is an investment.
All right.
We're not just gonna
This
abandon
is-
these.
if
This
each-
is what
The horse
D&D
girl
is
has
about.
made the decision.
All right. If each horse is 10 gold, I'm going to actually fight for Rival. I want Rival at that point.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to pay 15 gold for what?
Yes.
Okay, you can...
Might as well buy something.
Something you want. Get
I don't
something you
buy-
want.
I
right.
know.
Don't regret your purchases. She nods a bit and goes, well, hope you have better luck with him.
I hope so too. He deserves it.
But, yeah, all right. 15 gold, and,
Here you go.
I'll
I
take it.
got him.
all right. Don't let him break your back now.
Well, I guess we'll see.
And which one for y'all biggers? You need a hefty horse? You need something bigger than little guys?
Thava needs a hefty horse.
Rival's
Wasn't that-
the pretty
yeah.
big one, right? Yeah.
Rival's one of the 2 big ones. Or
Yeah,
right?
that's
No,
why
sorry,
Rival
Anchor,
is bigger.
Anchor and Sunder are the 2 bigger ones that look like draft horses. Rival is just like
Ornery.
ornery.
Oh.
He's not huge.
thought-
He's just problematic.
I thought because Bud said they wanted to ride with Thava, right? Or did you want to ride with Synas?
Well, Bud now has his own horse at this point.
Okay.
You guys are allowed to have each your own horse. Reyka's just being economic about it.
Reyka and Rinn are gonna ride together, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yes, can we just buy horses, please?
Tundra has the best man in playing Tundra.
Oh my god.
Rinn starts trying to pull her own horns off.
Listen, I'm just here to facilitate the game you guys want to play.
This is like shopping with me. Like, at a store. You guys have no idea how long I take.
Tundra has the nicest man. I'm buying Tundra.
I'll never
Okay.
go. I hate shopping to begin with, so.
If I don't go in with a plan, you best be prepared to be there for a while.
Okay, there you go. 3 horses. Decisions have been made.
Great.
Cool.
You guys...
Wait, which 3 horses we got? Rival?
Rival,
Freckles and-
Freckles, and
Okay.
Synas wanted...
Tundra.
Tundra.
Tundra has the nicest mane.
What?
Or sorry, Sunder was...
Sunder.
Oh, Sunder. I thought it was Tundra.
There's Trevor and Sunder.
Oh, I combined them in my head. Sunder.
You can rename though. You can rename
No.
horses.
No, that would be impolite to the horse.
It's a thing you're allowed to do, but that's up to you. Either way about it, you guys saddle the horses up, get ready to head on out, doubling up where you feel it's appropriate, and set out on the journey towards Tribor, which by horse will take a couple days less than by foot. And as the sun rises on a beautiful, mostly cloudy day with snow spackling the hillsides and countryside of Phandelver, that's where we're going to call the session today.
Hey.
Cool.
With horses in hand and a journey ahead. Wonderful.
Right.
Thank you guys for playing. Always fun. I hope it was fun for you as well. Even if
It was.
you spend 20 minutes shopping for horses, sometimes that's what happens in D&D.
Important.
It's important. Important investments. Well, we'll see what happens next on your adventure with the Dorks in Danger.
Dorks in danger.
Yes.
And decision making.
And Dorks, Dangers, and decision making. Yes.